Good afternoon, morning. It's still morning here. But I slept like a baby last night, guys. And so I'm a little bit late today. Normally I do these actually in the early morning and woke up, looked at the clock, was like, holy fuck, gonna be a late morning. How are you guys today? I hope you're well. We're going to be talking to start with about Trump and his comment yesterday down in Texas. And as soon as I saw this, man, I knew it's like this is gonna fucking piss off liberals everywhere. And it did. It absolutely did. Why are we talking about Princess Bride? Does anyone else think that the Princess Bride line, I don't think that word means what you think it means way too often now? Do you mean used way too often now? I think it's appropriate far more than it's not. There's way too many people throwing around words and phrases they've heard that they don't really fucking know what it means. And yeah, it's weird. Good morning, everyone. Love you guys for showing up this early, even though, like I said, it's late for me. Yeah, man, I laid down last night and my fucking body just said good night. So last night, Donald Trump was stumping for Ted Cruz, a man he absolutely eviscerated in the 2016 election that he was really rude to. It's one of the reasons you got to be careful with that kind of stuff in the elections. Because Beto, whatever the fuck his name is, has been able to use some of Trump's lines against him. But, you know, it is an election, and yeah, they fight back and forth. But when all is said and done and it's time for somebody to be reelected, in this case, Cruz is up for reelection. Trump comes down to stump for him. And he said something that apparently is a big no-no. He said, "I'm a nationalist." And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, fuck, this is going to piss off the liberals so bad. Because it's not just going to be that I'm a nationalist. No. Because you can't just be a nationalist in their minds. If you're a nationalist, you're obviously a white nationalist. Which is not what he said, you fucking idiots. But the first response I saw to this was somebody literally comparing him to Hitler because of it. Because that's who these people are. Here's the actual quote. This is from Mr. Ryan Knight, who has 229,000 followers, but no check mark. He's got a blue wave, but no check mark. Why has he got so many followers? What does he do? He's a proud LGBTQ American. Do you think he's all of those things or just one of them? I bet he's not all of those. I bet he's not a lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, and queer. I mean, he might be. But anyway, this is what he tweeted out. You know, I can share this. So you guys can actually read it too. This is what he said. Adolf Hitler, I'm a nationalist. Donald Trump, I'm a nationalist. Wake the fuck up, America. This is no longer a circus or a bad reality TV show. This is a full-on fascist takeover of the country, and November 6th is our last best chance to stop it. No, actually, 2020 would be your best chance to stop it because even if you win the election, Donald Trump's still the president, guys. He's still the president. Fucking morons. Hey, Scribbles, how you doing? I've mentioned this before. I'm an American nationalist. I have no problem saying that. I don't care about your color, don't care about your creed, your sexual orientation. As long as you're for American ideals, come on. You and me, hand in hand, we're good. If you're a stupid commie fuck, then we're gonna have problems. If you're somebody who's out there waving around your Mexican flag, although you're here in the U.S., we're gonna have some problems. Get the fuck back to your country if you want to wave that flag around. Nice. Start streaming right after Polly goes to bed. I didn't know he went to bed. I just happened to wake up right now. Blame the Sandman. I got an ad. Oh, sorry, you're not gonna get those for very long. These things get the little yellow circles every fucking time. Probably because I say fuck too much. Oh, see, Polly didn't go to sleep. He's right there. Polly, were you going to sleep? Yeah, it's fun to watch these guys. They're so predictable in how they respond to these things. A nationalist just means that you are for your country. A white nationalist, somebody who just wants white people in their country. That's a bit different. And these people should pay attention to that. Research has discovered that Adolf Hitler consumed vast amounts of dihydroxy monoxide. Oh, you're talking about water. I see what you did. I think it was Hammer tweeted out, Adolf Hitler, I'm a painter. Michelangelo, I'm a painter. Wake up, America. Painters are going to round up Jews. Yeah. That annoying robot MGTOW made you sleep so long. What annoying robot? Did you hear about the bomb at George Soros's house? No, I guys, I've literally been up for 10 minutes. I just wanted to talk about stuff that was on my mind last night. And this is one we didn't really get to talk about because this statement from Trump came as we were on the air last night. So, and there really wasn't much to say. There's really not much to say about it today, other than giving my opinion on what dumb fucks these guys are. If you hear somebody, I was going to attempt to fight insomnia. Sadly, it's a losing battle. Because you said find insomnia, so I think you're probably tired, man. But just in case, I'm gonna throw you the link. Maybe my voice will help you get to sleep, Polly. Damn it, Polly! I can't scream like Bear does. There you go. Oh, you said blame the Sandman. I see what you did. Okay. Yeah, I know. This is one of the problems with reading chat is because you say stuff and then you finally look at chat and it's from a few minutes ago. And yeah, I still do want to say that Kool-Aid and ramen noodles is really good. Apparently, and I'm assuming this is Nate Silver. Drudge Report is telling me that yeah, this is from 538. The Democrats have 86% chance to win the election, which is weird, or to take the House. This is an aggregate thing that they do. We'll see. Nate Silver explains the methodology, blah, blah, blah. Nate Silver's been doing this for a while. He had a huge fuck up with Trump winning the primary in the first place. I mean, his forecast for that was as bad as anybody else's. He got the overall election right, I think, or at least closer than anybody else got. He's probably right. Republicans are probably going to lose the House. My teenage daughter took my teenage daughter to see her favorite Mexican pop group last night. The Spit Girls. Damn it, Shio. Damn it. Damn it. Does anyone want a? Is that a squirrel? Squirrel chili recipe? Is that? Are you like below the Mason-Dixon line? Anyway, yeah. So Nate Silver thinks that there's an 86% chance Dems take the House. It is really going to depend on. Here's the thing, depending on when they take these, because he uses aggregate polls. Christine Blasey Ford seems to have changed things, so I'm curious of what the polls are after that, after the whole Kavanaugh confirmation. Did you hear? People keep asking me about Politicon. I still haven't watched any of it. I need to. I really do. Maybe that's what I'll do today. After I do this, I'll go watch Politicon, because there's somebody else who lost their shit at Politicon, wasn't there? I've heard that the Tucker Carlson Cenk debate was okay. There was parts of it with like no disagreement, which is fine, but that's not really interesting for those of it for people who want to see, you know, blowing up and screaming, or somebody just getting pwned like last year when I still don't think Ben Shapiro pwned Cenk as hard as everyone else thinks he did. I think Cenk owned himself in that debate. Cenk is losing his shit. I think like I had stepped over the edge to batshit crazy town. Cenk blew up at Tim. Which Tim? Tim Pool? Or Tim. What other Tims are there out there? ATC, how you doing? I love dumpster fires. Me too. I sent Monkey Tim Pool's video on that. Okay, yeah, I haven't got to watch much of anything. I woke up, I went upstairs, I got a really tiny something to eat, came down here and started this. Did he go after Tim after the Tucker debate or before? Oh, there's so much from Politicon I have to go watch. I still haven't seen the footage of Alyssa Milano being asked about Linda Sarsour, because she was asked about her being Laura Loomer set it up. And whatever you think of Loomer, her question was a decent question. She was asked she asked Alyssa Milano if she would disavow Linda Sarsour because she's for Sharia law, which goes quite against women's empowerment. And Alyssa's response was just, she's not. Really? Thank you. Cenk may be dumb, but he is a respectful debater. It depends. When he was getting booed, he started turning hostile to the audience last year, and it was sad. You can't turn on your audience like that, even if they're not for you. You stay respectful through the whole thing. He ended up looking like a giant child. And if you're going to debate somebody like Ben Shapiro, you better have your facts, because Ben is a smart guy. Ben is not one of those guys who has to have all of the facts and figures in front of him. They're right in there under his little Jew beanie. He's got it. I think the Jew beanie holds everything in. And I'm not saying Jew beanie and disrespectfully. I like it. I think calling a yarmulke a Jew beanie is funny, because that's what it is. It's a Jew beanie. Morning, Polly. He says morning.
Hello.
How you doing, bud?
You know.
Not sleeping, huh?
Kool-Aid and ramen still sucks.
I think you're wrong. I think you should try it. I think you would be a convert, and it would be all you eat for the rest of your life. I think it would cure your insomnia.
I'm jealous as fuck that you get to smoke inside in the morning. It's kind of awesome.
Well, I have this I'm in a closed off room with my window open and my heater on. So yeah, it's nice. Too small to be a beanie. No, it's a Jew beanie. Don't argue with me. What do you think about Trump being a nationalist?
I completely expected the reaction that ended up happening, because they're saying nationalist. I'm a nationalist. He's a national socialist. You heard him. He said it. Like,
he's a Nazi.
So I expected that reaction, but I'm a nationalist, and from what I would expect, Monkey, you're a nationalist, and unabashedly, it's
yes.
We believe in the nation state, the Westphalian state, and as borders, governmental control, governance by consent of the people. We're nationalists. What's the problem?
Well, the problem is that so many of these people are morons. Nationalists. Oh, he must be a white nationalist. He is white, and he is a nationalist. But that doesn't make him a white nationalist. That white nationalist has a very specific connotation, you fucking morons.
Yeah. He says, I'm an American. I'm an American nationalist. Big fucking deal. I mean, you got Pop Tart here. She's not a nationalist. She's a Texan. That's worse.
She's a Texanist.
A Texanist, yeah.
Texanist.
I love that. I love the Texans, man. They're so independent. Like, it's just.
I enjoy their don't give a fuck attitude.
Yeah. Yeah, they're very American.
Remember the Alamo? Martha. Sorry, I had to do that. By the way, Scribbles wants to talk to you about why you think Batman v Superman is better than
Dark Knight Rises.
God damn it, my brain's not awake yet. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's for the record, he's open-minded about it.
Okay.
So,
I did say that I realized it was going against the grain, that it was a controversial opinion. I was
No, just because that is a conversation, and him in movies. So, yeah, I had to bring that up last night. And he's like, he goes, I have to listen to his argument. So, see, he's a lot more open-minded about that kind of thing than me. Where I just like, you're wrong, Polly. You're not going to do that, right?
I didn't expect many people to agree with me on that. It's I'm fair. Like, Scribe's got pretty deep comic knowledge, so if you make the case in line with Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns and the elements that it's so correctly used from that graphic novel for the Batman story, yeah, I think I can make a pretty good case for it. Remember, I'm not saying that it's great. I'm saying it's simply better than.
Sure.
In retrospect, because in retrospect, I think people have a lot more balanced opinion of all three Christopher Nolan films. That The Dark Knight was the best one. Batman Begins was okay. Yeah, it wasn't bad. And then Dark Knight Rises was probably the least good of the three of them. Whereas at the time, people were like, Christopher Nolan's a fucking genius. Like, people have gotten a lot more measured of an opinion as time has gone on, I think.
Yeah, well, after Dark Knight Rises, they should have.
You know what was a weird thing for me about Dark Knight Rises, and not many people talk about this because it doesn't really matter if you're not watching it in an IMAX theater like I did. Only parts of it are filmed with IMAX cameras, so it would switch from IMAX resolution to standard. What is it? 1:72 or whatever the fuck extra wide screen angle that they use for theatrical releases. So you would see the entire screen light up as it would film Gotham Cityscape or Chicago Cityscape. They used as a stand-in for Gotham. And then all of a sudden the screen would shrink dramatically when it would cut to the ground level. And it was really fucking jarring. It was a horrible way to watch a film. Like, either do the whole thing in IMAX or none of it.
I have a story about Trump and what he said here. This is our CNN, folks. President Donald Trump declared himself a nationalist during a rally here on Monday night, officially tagging himself with the label that has long defined his populist rhetoric and protectionist policies. Quote, a globalist is a person that wants the globe to do well, frankly not caring about the country so much. We can't have that, Trump said, prompting boos from the crowd. You know what I am? I'm a nationalist, he added, as the crowd erupted in USA, USA chants. Use that word, he said. Is he trolling? Because he had to know what the reaction would be.
It's an interesting question when Trump, because he's speaking to a soft room, right? It's a rally.
Oh, yeah. This was a Ted Cruz rally.
Of course, right? And he knows what he's doing, like in terms of appealing to his base at a rally. Of course he does. He knows how to get them up and cheering. So is he deliberately trolling? Indirectly and unintentionally? He's speaking to the audience and telling them what they want to hear, which is like America first. I remember watching the Ronald Reagan speeches where he's like, the line that everybody erupted in applause for him is like, America is back.
Yes,
and that's a huge line that would put Reagan in the same kind of category of nationalism that Trump was attempting to put himself in. So was Reagan a nationalist? Well, to a modern progressive liberal, yeah, they probably think of him as literally Hitler too.
I just think his use of that word, I think that was very deliberate. I think that was very deliberate to caused the spurging that we see, the everybody freaking out. He said he's a nationalist. And then several people have said to me, and most recently I see Anal N saying it, the leader of a nation better be a nationalist. You would think so, right?
That's well said. That's a very, very well said point. Because if you're not, you're like Justin Trudeau, for example, for Canada, saying it's Canada is the world's. How did he put it? It was so weird. The world's first post-national country.
Yeah.
The fuck kind of
national?
What kind of nonsense is that? That doesn't even make sense. So you're looking to obliterate the borders of your own country and do what? What policy does that describe? I don't understand.
I say it's not even true that every country in the EU is post-nationalist. And they've all basically erased their borders. They still have their own language, but if you look at what the EU is becoming, I would argue they're the first post-nationalist countries. The Germans finally took over Europe, guys, and not a shot was fired.
You've been watching too much Black Pigeon Speaks.
Oh no, I've been saying that for a while because it's true.
I know. Do you watch Black Pigeon Speaks?
No, the only time I've ever watched Black Pigeon Speaks is it was right after I first got to YouTube, and several people told me that I sounded like him, and I'm like, who the fuck is Black Pigeon Speaks? So I went over and I just watched a video to hear his voice. No, I don't watch him. I don't even know
why, or you just haven't gotten around to it.
I don't even know what kind of content he does.
Yeah, fair enough. It's really interesting. I think you might like the analysis. It's like, even if you disagree with them, it's worth watching.
Yeah. For the record, nothing against him, guys. I have so many things I already watch, and even the stuff I do watch, I'm so far behind on everything, man. I started playing video games. Video games will ruin your life. No, that's not why. There's so many things. I actually went through my list the other day and got rid of some that people who don't post or anything anymore.
I hear that thought more and more, and I understand it whenever it's said. It's like, have you watched this yet? No, I haven't gotten around to it. And people are like, why? Don't you like what I recommend? It's not that. It's just everyone's feeds are so full. There's so many options of what to watch. It's
and that's why I don't begrudge all the people who are mad at me because I do this more than I do videos. I understand. A 10-minute video makes it so you can get to the next thing quicker. But it's also much harder for me to do. I'm from the Netherlands. We are a nation, and now we are a region in a undemocratic federation. Are the Netherlands part of the EU? Or is that a different thing? Is there
the Netherlands? In Dutchland?
Yeah, I don't know enough about y'all's politics and where y'all are. If you have to insert stupidity, you might be a progressive. Oh. I see what you did there. I miss Jeff Foxworthy. He was great.
There's nothing to miss about him. He still exists. He's not dead.
I know, but he's not as active as he. Okay, Froggy sent me this pipe bomb-like explosive device found in George Soros's home mailbox. FBI investigating.
Yeah, did you read that? I thought that was funny. Somebody tried to kill the Bond villain.
A pipe bomb-like device loaded with black powder was found in a suburban New York City home of billionaire financier George Soros, prompting the FBI to launch an investigation into who would want to harm. Really?
Jesus. Monkey.
Now, I'm not being mean there. There's a lot of people who would like to harm George Soros.
There is. The line forms to the left or right, actually.
To the right.
Yeah.
But
what I find funny is they actually expected George Soros to check his own mail.
Yeah, no shit. Obviously a smart person. Yeah, and George probably doesn't even read his own mail. He has somebody who reads it to him. The source emphasizes that the device was no hoax. Guys, don't kill people you don't like.
Yeah, especially by mail bombs, man. What the fuck?
Yeah. Jesus.
I really don't mean to be mean, but like, isn't Soros like one foot in the grave. I mean, he's really old.
I think he's got a pact with Satan.
It's just him and Stacey Dash. They're
Well,
in infernal union somehow with some demon or another.
he looks like Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I mean, if you look at him, he looks as dead as she does, but he's spry by comparison. I mean, maybe he's on meth. Maybe Soros is on meth. That's what keeps him up. See, when I was a kid, guys, they called meth speed. It was an upper, they told us, and they almost made it sound like something you should do. I remember there was a episode of Family Ties where Alex, he was on uppers. He was taking speed, y'all, to help him do well in school.
I saw that one on syndication. Yeah, it was one of the special episodes.
It was a special episode.
Yeah, of sitcoms back in the day. I remember seeing that one.
It was amazing how well he came off of them. No withdrawal or anything.
No, he had huge withdrawal. I remember he was like crawling around, like digging through his garbage basket in his room for more speed because he had crashed hard.
But it was for like a day, man.
Well, yeah, I did.
In real life, that would have been the whole next 2 seasons.
Right.
I just want one more hit. Come on now.
I remember vaguely, again on syndication. I was a fan of syndicated channels back in the day because they would show, like, they would buy the license for something, and then since they had paid the money for it, they showed the shit out of it.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was like Next Generation, when I was Star Trek Next Generation when I was growing up. There'd be like 4 episodes in a row sometimes, and I loved that. But you tell me, you're, no offense, older than I am. An episode where Alex had a friend that died, and he sort of had this not nightmare, dream. The whole episode was like a dream scenario where he was talking to a psychiatrist, and it kept going through various vignettes of him dealing with his friend who had committed suicide and all of the events that led to this guy wanting to kill himself. Do you remember that one?
I don't. I remember very little about that show. For some reason, the speed episode has always stuck with me.
Right.
Because there's one part of it where it's like just zooming around his room and his chair, pushing himself back and forth, and that always stuck with me. And I don't know why. The only other things I remember is that Skippy was a dork, and
was that the other daughter, Skippy?
No, Skippy was Alex's best friend, the little nerd with the glasses, and he had a thing for Alex's sister. What was her name on the show? I forget. The older sister, played by Justine Bateman.
Oh, hold on, right on the tip of my brain. Mallory.
Mallory, yes, Mallory, and then Mallory eventually hooked up with the guy who did the really bad vampire movie.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. No. God, what the fuck was his name? Because he actually kind of blew up big. He played a moron on the show. Oh God.
There's Judge Death. Mallory. Oh yeah, and Vortex is Mallory. Everyone's just throwing up a name.
I think his name on the show was Nick. What the fuck was his name in real life though?
And he did a vampire movie, a bad one.
Yeah. Oh, Scott Valentine. Yes, Scott Valentine.
A guy who played a vampire was actually named Scott Valentine. That's so fucking.
Yeah. What the hell?
That's so Anne Ricey. You know, it's.
My Demon Lover. Maybe he wasn't actually a Valentine, or maybe he was a demon, not actually a vampire. I remember that movie from the 80s. It was 1987. My Demon Lover. Yeah, Midnight in Exile. You shouldn't know that without having to look it up. I'm just throwing that out there because that was a bad movie. You should feel bad about yourself right now.
So Pop-Tart is, I just, instead of typing it out, she's been talking about this. My parents have this super crab apple tree in their backyard. And it produces they're not crab apples as much as they are small apples. They're so fucking big. And I ended up making a batch of apple butter and applesauce and everything else last year because it was like, my dad was like, you can't take some of them. You take all of them if you're going to take them, which was his way of getting me to do the yard work. You see, he's not stupid.
Gotcha.
So you get out there with a ladder and you do it. Or, I need some of them. No, you're going to take all of them. So anyway, and I caught hell from a bunch of the minions because it's like, you didn't send me any. You didn't send me any. So ended up picking the this year only like a third of the tree bloomed. It was weird. I don't know why. But anyway, I'm making another batch of apple butter now, and Pop-Tart's bugging me about sending her some. So yeah, I'm going to. And she's like, does it ship well? And it's like, yeah, I'm doing like the canning thing, you know, where you seal them in mason jars. It'll be fine.
Does it ship well? What? He's not going to just put it in the box. It'll be in a jar or something, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to seal it in the mason jar. Like, you know, how you boil the jars and it like,
yeah, seals it shut. Yeah, Mom used to do a lot of canning. I'm not into that stuff because it takes work, and everything. As far as I'm concerned, all food comes from a grocery store. Monkey, do you remember Jim Carrey's Once Bitten? Once Bitten was an amazing, horrible movie.
Jim Carrey, the weirdo anti-gun comedian guy.
Yeah, he played a vampire in a movie called Once Bitten, and it's actually he gets bitten and he's slowly turning into a vampire in the movie. It is a bad movie, but it is a great movie.
Like a bad good movie. Oh yeah,
yeah.
Monkey. Did I tell you the next bad good movie we're gonna watch?
No, what's that?
Supergirl from 1984.
Yes, yeah, you mentioned that yesterday.
I'm having to fight them on it. They don't want to. Because they're like, it's so bad. I'm like, yeah, but that's the point of what we're doing here. Yeah, and they're like, no, I mean, actually bad. They don't want to watch it. It's that bad. I'm like, oh, okay.
Remember A Series of Unfortunate Events, the one with Jim Carrey? Yeah, that's not from too long ago. But no, yeah, the Once Bitten. It's one of those '80s movies that it's one of those movies that you can describe as an '80s movie, and everybody should be able to go, oh, okay.
Very formulaic. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Monkey.
They're very formulaic, but still kind of silly and fun.
I was blown away when I saw young Jim Carrey in a Dirty Harry movie I was watching.
Oh, I didn't realize he was.
Yeah. The Deadpool?
He was in Deadpool, really?
Mm-hmm. He was a rock star.
I used to watch that a lot. That's I think that's the first time I ever saw Liam Neeson. Is that no? It's not Liam Neeson. The guy looks like Liam Neeson in my memory. Who played the guy everybody thought was doing it? Oh fuck! Now I got to look up the damn. No, I'm not. I'm going on.
We're gonna wait for chat to throw out the answer.
Yeah, throw it up there. I want to cover this real quick. Former Trump lawyer Ty Cobb says Mueller's investigation is not a witch hunt, and that Mueller is an American hero.
Hold on, Trump used to have a lawyer named Ty Cobb,
and the funny thing is, he looks old enough to be the real Ty Cobb.
That's funny as fuck.
He even got a little handlebar mustache going. He's got a thick handlebar mustache. That very often.
Fuck. Sora Luna says that apple trees grow in cycles. You'll have good bounty years and then they regenerate, so you have less apples. Well, that's good to know.
Up here in Michigan, there are apple trees fucking everywhere. You can't walk without hitting them.
Crab apples or like full-on orchard apples?
Apples. Yeah. They grow really well up here. My best friend's former father-in-law used to have it once a year. He would do a thing because he has a ton of apple trees, and we'd go actually make cider. And
that's something I've never done. I'd like to give a shot at. I watched a YouTube video for your own sparkling cider, like alcoholic cider, in them. Oh. You know those Grolsch beer bottles with the flip top seal on them? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, but go on.
They're high pressure bottles, so you can like make your own like beer and champagne, sparkling wine and shit. And they got like this, so you don't have to use champagne corks and make your life hard. They're self-sealing bottles, that kind of thing. And when I saw that, I'm like, oh, dude, I've got to try making my own sparkling cider one year. It's on the list. It's on the bucket list.
Oh, I was right. That is Liam Neeson in the Deadpool.
Liam Neeson was in the Deadpool?
Yeah.
I just watched it like 2 months ago. I have no recollection of him being in that film.
He was the director that was next up on the Deadpool or something like that, or the one that he's like one of the main characters. Yeah, it's the first time I saw him. Anyway, Ty Cobb served from July 2017 to May 2018 on President Trump's internal White House legal team dealing with the Mueller investigation. He appeared at CNN's Citizen Conference in New York today alongside Jack Quinn, who served as House counsel. Nobody cares. Believe it or not, he only listened to advice. He sought it out, talking about Bill Clinton for some reason. He only listened to advice. This is a stupid story. But apparently, Cobb doesn't think it's a witch hunt. Nobody cares, Cobb. Go play baseball.
Yeah, clearly that person's parents were fucking baseball aficionados, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
Rosie O'Donnell is engaged to a police officer. Huh.
Hi, Ray Bears and Chad. Hey, Bear. How's it going?
Bear, what's up, man? No pressure throwing you the link just because that's what I do, because you're my buddy. He's my buddy Bear.
You just woke up, you say.
Me, yeah.
Yeah, you sound like you're half of it. RJ asks if I can do Krabs from SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob. I've never watched a single episode of SpongeBob, so I'm not sure.
I love SpongeBob, the early episodes of SpongeBob. You know, it blew my mind when I realized, or when I read the article explaining that was supposed to be like an Adult Swim cartoon, and all of the different references to the female crotch that are in that.
Is like Mr. Krabs like an STD, like crabs?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Patrick the Starfish is a butthole. SpongeBob, it's a the sponge. They live in Bikini Bottom. Yeah. Yeah. It fucked my whole world up. RJ says you could be Mr. Krabs, monkey. I can't do his voice because if I can't go the gravelly voice too much anymore. I fucked it up that one day. I need to. When I had my surgery, they put the tube down my throat and they fucked up my throat. I still get food gets caught in my throat all the time, guys, and I almost choked to death. I've actually had to teach myself not to panic when it happens and just breathe, try to breathe. But because of that, anytime I do things with changing my voice, it can fuck it up. How is Patrick a butthole, though? You haven't heard of it, a butt being called a starfish? Look it up. I'm not making it up. I'm well, thanks, guys. I got to do some housework, then I'll be along. Sweet. Get that housework done, man. Bikini Bottom is underneath Bikini Atoll.
Really? They all live in like the radiation hellhole, Bikini Atoll, where they did all their atomic testing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's right.
Yeah. Anyhow, Rocky IV is a movie that could never be made at any other time, and I feel like no one wasn't alive at the time can understand it completely. Sorry, millennials. That's from Sofane, and you're right. You know what? Because Rocky ended the Cold War. We saw it all happen. He beat up Ivan Drago, and suddenly everybody in Russia wanted to be American, and that's how that's history, y'all. Couldn't you sue them for that? No, Froggy. Because it wasn't. I mean, I could, but it's not like they did something wrong. It just the tube going down my throat got caught a little bit, and that happens anyway. And for most people, it heals right up. Mine, unfortunately, it's like left a little ledge in my throat. It's nice. It's fun. What is wrong with you people? Why not just call it an asshole? Well, because you can't. No, nobody's gonna let their children watch a show with Patrick the asshole. Oh man, I slept way too much, man. I'm not used to this much sleep. My brain's like alive and alert. My mouth isn't. It still hasn't caught up.
I was reading about this University of Utah homicide victim earlier. Did you read this?
No.
The unfortunately departed young lady is named Lauren McCluskey. The track star, academic star, a senior. was found killed on campus Monday night. And beautiful girl, too. Holy shit. And when they caught up, they found the guy who did it, who was a convicted sex offender who shot himself dead.
Oh,
He was the prime suspect, and they found him, and he had killed himself. It's just like, just great, tragic story all around. Fucking waste, man. It was just.
yeah, we have too many of those. Look, if you're just going to kill yourself, do yourself. I don't believe. I mean, I don't think you should kill yourself. But if you're going to, don't take anybody else with you. If you just don't.
It's like stuff like this just pisses me off. Like I'm just scrolling through, and it's like, here's your Tuesday morning reminder that Twitter's a fucking sewer. The University of Utah is mourning the loss of his senior track star, Lauren McCluskey, who was killed on campus Monday night. And this person responds to it by saying, toxic masculinity, too light of gun laws, and many other societal issues led to the death of Lauren McCluskey. We are too long from creating a safe world for every American, but we can start by using our outrage for change on November 6th. Hashtag never again. That was a gumbo of fuckery.
Oh my God.
I've
never heard it put that way before.
Like, I shouldn't have brought gumbo into this. Gumbo's delicious, but it's just a mixture of a bunch of different things. You understand what I mean? That are stewed together to create a combined whole. And yeah, gumbo's delicious. I shouldn't have brought it into this. But toxic masculinity and too light of gun laws and multiple other societal issues led to the death of Lauren McCluskey. I would say the convicted sex offender shooting her is probably what led to her death.
I'm fairly certain that would be the science of it. Yes. Point, shoot, dead. Yeah, I think that's how it works. Following Halloween's massive success at the box office this weekend, another slasher franchise is looking at a rebirth as Roy Lee's Vertigo Entertainment and LeBron James's Spring Hill Entertainment are in talks to acquire the rights to a new Friday the 13th film.
What was the last one?
The last one I paid any attention to was Jason versus Freddy. Have they done one since then?
Yeah, didn't they do a remake where it was like Freddy Krueger's story, because everything has to be a prequel, right? Yeah, he was a child molester.
That's Nightmare. This is Friday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What am I thinking about?
I don't think
I just got caught up with Nightmare on Elm Street right away. That was
right.
All right. I'll drop. Never mind. Did they do another one after Freddy versus Jason on Friday the 13th?
It's just, and LeBron James is going to help make the new Friday the 13th movie. I hope they let him play Jason. He would be a great Jason, as big as he is. There was a Friday the 13th back in 2013 or 15, says Matt's Network.
Wasn't it Friday the 13th, part 13? Like, oh my God, they actually made it?
That would be great if that was the actual title.
Oh my God, they actually made it?
Oh my God, they actually made it. All right, let's see. Friday the 13th films. Yeah, Friday the 13th. Where's the last one here? Scroll down. Hey, what? What is that? They made a Friday the 13th in 2009. Oh, and this is a short film somebody made. Okay, I'm like, that's not real. So yeah, the last one they made was in 2009. And it was just called Friday the 13th. I love that the Final Friday was not the last film they made. Anyway, 2009 is what I meant to say. Sorry. Oh, that's fine, Matt. I didn't know. I stopped paying attention after Freddy versus Jason. I don't watch those films very much anymore because Lady Monkey doesn't like scary movies, and my daughter has moved out of the house, so I have nobody to watch them with, and they're not as fun when you're watching them by yourself.
True. Very true. And for Texas, suspense horror is the best horror. I agree. tension and suspense for me create more emotional investment in it than I don't know.
Well,
I'm not really into the possession stuff so much, or the not possessions really, but like demons. Like a Gazal is haunting this house, and he's a centuries old demon that's been after that kind of thing.
For me, and I know this is kind of silly, but one of my favorite horror franchises is still Scream, because that could actually happen. I don't get like Michael Myers and Jason and Freddy. Those don't really scare me. I mean, they did when I was a kid, but like now, like I'm not scared of a fucking monster. I'm the guy who chases monsters out from under beds, motherfucker. So they don't scare me. But like somebody who like something that could really happen, a murderer out there slashing people, that freaks me out a little bit.
So would you find Halloween to be the most believable of them all because it's an escaped mental patient as opposed to Krueger, who's supernatural, and Jason, who's a supernatural, and
kind of, except for they did basically make Michael Myers a super villain. I mean, if he hadn't been shot and beaten, how many ways have they killed him?
Yeah, I mean, he was shot 6 times at the end of the first film, and he didn't stop him. Yeah,
came back. He was fine.
Yeah,
that's also science, guys. You can get shot 6 times unless you're a track star for a college.
There was a terrible movie, Rob Zombie's remake of Halloween. That was a fucking disaster.
I've not seen it.
Oh, just don't waste your time. It's like, we want to explore the childhood of Michael Myers. Why?
Lindsay says, yeah, but Michael Myers has been stabbed and shot multiple. Yeah, but to Polly's point, yes, because in the original, he wasn't supposed to be this whatever the fuck he's turned into. He was just a dude.
I mean, a big dude. Don't get me wrong, but it's
maybe he was on PCP.
There you go.
Why isn't Mexico stopping them? Can you guess what that story's about?
The caravan?
Yeah.
It could have easily been about the cartels too. I mean,
that's true. Second migrant caravan heads for the U.S. Second caravan is made up of around 1,000 people and is currently located near the town of Chiquimula. I thought that's where they were before.
Do you think the Mexican government, by not doing anything, is trying to help Trump? Because this is kind of a gift for him. Coming up to November 6th, it's like they're not doing anything, and
I don't know, because it is weird that Democrats aren't saying anything about this. Have you noticed that? They are suspiciously quiet.
Well, what I think the thing is because when they get there, what are you going to do? Because it's kind of a no-win situation. It's like, no, you're not coming in. Well, if they try and come in, what are you going to do? It's like, well, we're going to call it the National Guard. To do what? What are you going to do? You're going to bring a whole lot of zip tie handcuffs? Is that what you're going to do? It's going to get ugly. There's a lot of people there. You shoot them? That's ugly. Do you see what I mean? It's like, okay,
yeah. There's not much you can do. You're gonna have to bring them in and process them, and like they did with the last caravan. You notice we haven't heard about that since it hit the border.
Yeah, and by the required law, separate all the children from their parents, and maybe that's exactly why Democrats are being silent, because they realize it'll be a PR disaster for the Trump administration and all of the GOP.
Could be
by extension.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think it is. I think what's going to happen is, and we talked about this, I think yesterday. I think this is going to help Trump. The razor fist thing. I've never seen a better advertisement for the wall when you get that whole shitload of people coming. Yeah. And if we had a nice big thick concrete wall, they could come up and just beat on the wall all they wanted. Live against it for all I care, as long as you stay on the Mexico side.
Yeah, and then you get the shanty towns popping up like you do on the French side of the Channel along the English Channel. Do you know what I'm talking about here?
Oh, yeah.
Like just huge shanty towns built up. And it's like the French don't want them because it's like, well, you entered our country illegally. And the British are like, well, the only way for you to get here is to enter that tunnel. And you ain't entering that tunnel because you're not coming here. So what do? Well, they build up a shanty town, and then reporters go there and show pictures of children living in squalor. And that's not good.
Chadwick says, as strict as Mexico is about their immigration laws, I'm surprised they even letting this happen. We'll talk about that in a second. Good morning, Bear.
What up, people? It's your boy Trust Fund Bear in the house. What's going
Trust
down,
Fund
syndrome?
Bear. I saw that. You privileged fuck.
I know, right? Because I speak proper England, I'm clearly upper class, monkey.
Yeah, I tell you, man, when we hear y'all's accent, that's just what we think.
Yeah.
Or Nazis. If Hollywood has taught us anything. I'm sorry.
Oh,
British people. Every cast Nazi is an Englishman. It's
every cast baddie in general.
It's true.
Englishman.
Yeah, the entire Galactic Empire in Star Wars is led by Englishmen. It's
because trust fund babies are bad.
How are we? Are we not? Are we good today, gentlemen?
Dude, I slept like a baby last night, man.
Good news.
I there's a rumbling going up and down my spine, but it's not causing me too much pain yet. So I'm gonna say I'm having a good day. How are you doing, Bear?
I'm okay, thank you. I'm all right. I'm okay. Nothing to report my end. Just a mundane day, if you will.
I do want to address what was said right before you got in here, or right as you got in here, about the Mexican border security. Do you guys remember the Marine who accidentally wandered into Mexico? And for 2 or 3, 4 months, something like that, there was a whole movement on social media like, Obama, do something about this guy who's in Mexican prison now because he accidentally went over the Mexican border. They're not doing that with this caravan, man. Maybe he should have just announced in advance that he was going to break their laws.
I just realized I don't have an ashtray.
Oh, that's not good. If you're smoking, I can hear you smoking, man.
I'm not smoking right now. I'm just breathing heavily.
Then maybe you shouldn't be smoking.
Yeah. Maybe I need to smoke more.
There you go. Open them lungs up.
I like that from Bertan. Bear is a chav. His trust fund was 20 fags and a can of super tea. Like it.
For Americans, that's cigarettes, not actual 20 fags.
Well, I mean, you could have a bowl of fags if you like. They're very tasty.
What's a bowl of fags?
They're like the meat, mate. Google it.
I'm sorry?
Bowl of faggots. Google it.
I feel like this is going to end up in my history and I'll never be able to run for office.
I feel like we've had this conversation before.
No, you see, you get asked about that stuff a lot, and it's not always me this time. Classic. What the fuck is that? It's bacon wrapped. That looks good as fuck.
They're tasty.
Made from offal, usually pork, and from the bits of animal that are generally it's like a little round hot dog.
There you go. They're quite tasty, mate.
I didn't think I'd ever say this, but I would try a British faggot.
Yeah,
I thought you didn't like awful, monkey.
What do you mean awful?
What you called offal.
They're not always bacon wrapped, by the way. They're not always bacon wrapped.
What is offal?
It's organ meat, basically.
As long as it tastes good, I don't care what it is.
Oh, okay. It's not always bacon wrapped, but they're just meatballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice. They're tasty.
This should get me in trouble on Twitter.
Don't do it, monkey. You should caption it, just a porch monkey eating a bowl of faggots.
Suddenly I'm in the mood for faggots.
Jesus Christ.
I'm back in a second. I need to get an ashtray.
Sure. Mm-hmm. I remember when the big thing came out about how horrible Taco Bell's meat was, and a large portion of the people who were pushing this are, you have to eat healthy stuff. And I remember seeing an article of like, tofu is so much healthier for you than this. I'm like, if you make tofu taste like that, I'll fucking eat it. I don't care what it is, just make it taste good. And demonetized video. No, because we're talking about
just needs to be defrosted.
I'm fairly certain that is the scientific term.
Oh, get this.
What up?
Speaking of things that some people eat and some people don't, I was talking to Far not too long ago in Discord, and she said, I'm going to make some crackle today. Now, having heard of this before, that's like it's what do we call it here? Pork rinds.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, you're going to make crackle? Where are you going to get the pigskin from? And she's like, the supermarket.
They sell pigskin?
That's what I said. I'm like, what? The only place you could buy a pigskin here was like if you went in a sporting section at Walmart and bought a football. I don't even know where I would go to try and buy. I'd have to go to a slaughterhouse, I would imagine, if I wanted.
Are we talking about crackling?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love crackling.
I can't eat fried skin. It's the thought of it, man. There's some things I can eat, some things I can't, and that's one of the ones I can't.
What about cow ass?
I like cow ass.
Hey, rump roast is good roast.
Oh my god.
It was suggested to me yesterday that I should make a video on the second channel, sort of translating Britishism so that Americans could get it.
Oh, you should. Absolutely.
But I'd need a list of suggestions. About 50 or so.
Oh, Jack Cochran said she made it out of a long pig. That's where she's getting it from.
A long pig?
Never heard that phrase before. Google that, monkey.
Oh man, what are you
lanky pig?
Getting into?
Long pig is human. It's people.
Oh. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Look, I'll eat people in a video game, but not in real life. I don't care how good it tastes.
That's how you're calling the limit. I like it.
That's my limit. Yes, human meat. No.
It's like when they call brains sweetbreads. It's like, see, when it's that disgusting that you have to give it another name, long pig, sweet breads. I don't know. I don't want to eat it.
Billy says liver, heart, brains is some good stuff. My mom used to make me eat liver, and it's beef liver. That shit's nasty.
Ugh.
Fucking gross. It's so dry.
You gotta love the older generations, haven't you? Fucking eating stomach lining for their dinner, like
things were so bad we ate every part.
See, cynical Lindsay has a good point. She says, seriously, haven't you ever had crispy skin on your turkey? It's good stuff. I hear you. You're right. Like chicken skin.
But it's different if you're buying a bag of skin.
That's it. I hear that. That's it. It's like Lindsay, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Crispy skin on a turkey's fucking fantastic. But I don't know. It's something different about just the skin itself. I don't know.
Monkey, you guys have pork scratchings over there, don't you?
You're gonna have to define that for me, bud.
Google it.
God damn it. All right.
Hi, Polly.
What is it?
Hey, how's it going?
How are you?
I'm doing all right. Is head cheese popular over in the UK?
Head cheese?
Yeah. Chunks of different meat inside of gelatin, often served in slices.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not something that I eat though. I don't like the texture.
This tells me that pork scratchings are just pork rinds.
They're sold in like potato chip bags.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Pork rinds. That's what we call them here.
They usually have like a very soft bit, which is delicious, and then they usually have a very hard bit as well, which is quite hard to chew through.
I've tried them once because I had a hillbilly friend who loved them, and they're like, "No, just try them." Like, all right, and I tried one, and like, don't ever do that to me again.
This is Kyle says turkey is terrible. Oh, bite your tongue. Turkey is fantastic. I like turkey more than chicken.
Turkey's so dry.
Oh, yeah, I'm more. I like turkey, but it's got to be like on a sandwich.
It needs to be covered in gravy and cranberry sauce.
Well, yeah, cranberry sauce is one of the best things about Thanksgiving, but
that's disgusting.
Cranberry sauce?
Yes.
It's delicious with turkey.
Are you talking about cranberry jelly or cranberry sauce or all of the above?
Both.
Oh,
man. I don't like cranberries.
You got a weird palate, monkey.
I got a good palate. Try ramen with Kool-Aid. I'm telling you.
We'll see. The case is rested. Holy shit.
Which one of us has diabetes, Polly?
You.
Because I know good food.
Good answer. That fantastic rebuttal there, monkey.
Have you ever had head cheese, monkey?
Oh fuck no! I've seen it. And I was like, I'm not putting that in my mouth.
Yeah, just the look of it and the texture of it, I can't do it. My dad's a big fan, and I'm like, oh, that's nuts. No
My
way.
uncle used to eat it. Like he had like stacks of because it in the store it hit by his house. It was served kind of like in the meat trays and then wrapped, and he'd have stacks of it. And it's like, dude, that is fucking nasty. Why?
See, Pop Tarts got it. It's like Pop Tart says, "Motherfucker made someone a dry turkey. Turkey doesn't have to be dry. Exactly. It needn't be dry. It was
Well,
just
no, even moist turkey is drier than chicken or anything else we tend to eat. Dry does not. There's two different definitions of dry. I mean, there's dry wine. I mean, it's still moist. It's wine. But the way it hits your palate and everything, it's a dry feeling flavor kind of thing. And yeah, I like turkey, but it's got to be on bread with Miracle Whip and some tomatoes and some lettuce. And now I need a sandwich.
Oh yeah, you like Miracle Whip over mayo? Okay.
Oh, Miracle Whip is my crack, man.
Ass pick.
Why?
I've never heard that word before.
What is
Why,
it with
why?
what is it with Cool Whip that you like so much? It's so
Well,
tasteless.
they put like 4 cups of sugar in it, and I'm American.
I like the brandy one.
Brandy?
There's a brandy flavored one over here.
Oh, no, I've never
Yeah, we
tried
have
it.
alcohol taste for every. We put alcohol in everything over here. So
If I was English, I probably would too. Miracle Whip is nasty, says Lindsay. No.
Cool
No.
Whip.
Hey, Jim Hillis is in chat. Hey, Jim.
I like our food conversations. They make me happy and hungry. I need pizza rolls. That's what I'm gonna eat when we're done here.
You should have heard Jim Healis come down over on my channel on Comic Book Curation, and feel free to sign up if you'd like. We got into the pineapple on pizza discussion.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
Jim came down hard. Like he's very set in his opinions. It's interesting. He was like, people who don't like pineapple on pizza just don't have a good palate. See, it's about a balance of the sweetness and the acidity and the savoriness. And I was like, whoa, he's just laying down the law here with it.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
That's why it works well together.
What's the difference between Miracle Whip and Cool Whip?
Oh, is that what you thought? Oh, Cool Whip is something you put on a dessert. It's sweet and it's fluffy, and what is it? What's it made out of?
Barely taste of anything usually.
Yeah, but it's still it's good on pumpkin pie. Miracle Whip is basically a sweet mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's sold as a quote salad dressing, although
Salad
I've never
dressing.
seen anyone ever put it on a salad before.
I had to when I was young.
Yeah, it's like
they were-
it's a tangier, slightly sweeter mayo that isn't made with a billion eggs.
Okay.
And it's good. A sandwich isn't a sandwich without the tangy zip of Miracle Whip. They need to
Not a
sponsor me.
sponsor.
They need somebody. Hey guys, at Miracle Whip and tell them to sponsor Ranting Monkey. Don't tell them how often I say fuck.
See, we're on the topic of sprayed foods at the moment, and I just had a flashback to that story like a year ago of that French woman who was killed by a can of spray-on cheese.
You can die from spray on cheese.
It exploded.
Oh, for some reason I thought you meant it was poisoned. The actual can killed her. Okay.
Well, no, if you eat like spray-on cheese, you deserve it probably.
Spray on
cheese is good
like,
cheese.
Ugh.
I love spray cheese.
Just get a block of cheese.
It's not the same.
Get a slice of cheese then.
I am not trying to claim that spray cheese is high end or good cheese. I'm claiming it's good junk food. But I will not talk bad about spray cheese. I just won't.
I will say
It's
spray
bad.
cheese is good cheese.
Abominations of nature.
And Jim Healis just suggested Miracle Whip and peanut butter sandwiches, and his culinary credibility is gone. Nice. Well done.
I don't know if I could eat that. I'd try it. I'd try a bite. You know what I really like? I like Doritos with chocolate milk.
What?
How? Like, what do you mean?
Which flavor of Dorito?
It doesn't matter.
Well, it does kind of matter, dude. It does matter.
Like, are you talking about like crumbling them up in there like some crackers
No.
and soup?
You eat them and drink your chocolate milk at the same time. The flavors go very well together.
I see.
Believe it or not, any chocolate goes very well with any milk chocolate goes very well with Doritos. You want to try something good? Get a Hershey's Kiss, put it in your mouth, and then eat a Dorito.
Okay.
Try
So,
it.
Ranting Monkeys junk food channel when?
This is
Ranting
how you
Monkeys
get diabetes.
Monkeys mukbang channel when?
I can't do that. I hate listening to people eat. I couldn't do it to other people. Are you sure you're not simply pregnant? I'm not, Mr. Dax. I also like sour cream on my pizza.
I like sour cream.
What else do I do?
Sour cream goes so fucking well on so many things. Like sour cream on mashed potatoes or whipped potatoes, baked potatoes, unbelievable.
I just like garlic in my mashed potatoes. Don't
like
go for a picnic with
my
monkey.
mashed
Look,
potato. You ever put onions and cheese in your mashed potato?
Oh yeah.
Delicious.
I can't do onions.
I'll eat onions raw. I love them.
Oh God! Oh, now for me it is a texture thing. Number one, people put onions in things that aren't supposed to crunch, and then I bite into it, and all of a sudden there's these crunchy little bits in there. Like when people put raw onions on burgers, disgusting. That's just me. But also, they give me really, really bad heartburn and indigestion. I don't know why. So,
do you eat pickle on your burgers?
I do not.
Okay, the whole crunchy thing still.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm just making sure.
That's why I don't do pineapple on pizza. It's not about taste; it's a texture thing. It just shouldn't be there. That's.
Oh, I love it. Well, why don't you get some like crushed up pineapple and put it on there? Spread it.
Some pineapple paste.
Yeah, do that.
Don't get me wrong. I've got a plate of melon right beside me, and there's pineapple on it. I got pineapple chunks in here. I bought one of the melon platters. I love pineapple, but I mean,
Are
everything
you one of those people whose food can't touch on their plate?
It depends on what food you're talking about. Now, if it's gravy, it can touch all the things. That's fine.
You know, so I like ketchup on my mac and cheese.
Yeah, so do I. It's good. Yep.
I like ketchup in my corn.
I like a little bit of ketchup on top of scrambled eggs. That's really good.
I don't hate that, but it's not something I do on purpose. I don't usually have ketchup on my breakfast food, so I don't.
I as a teenager, I used to crack 2 eggs into a measuring jar thingy majiggy, and then I'd beat them so they would turn liquid. I then shove it in the microwave for a couple of minutes until it went all fluffy, and then I'd empty it onto a plate, mash it up, and then cover it in tomato ketchup, then mash it up again and eat it.
What was that weird ketchup you sent the tweet about the other day?
Oh, that's when I was doing my weekly grocery shop.
Yeah.
And I was just happening to walk through an aisle where the sauces were, and there was a cola flavored ketchup down there.
Cola ketchup. What the fuck?
I've never even heard nor ever thought of that. What the fuck? I love
it. It's
soda,
nearly as bad as the time that fucking one of the big ketchup companies decided to turn all of their ketchup green.
Oh yeah, Heinz did that here.
Yeah,
Heinz. I forget which one. Yeah,
and still fucking ate it. Like
they still have bottles of that shit they can't give away.
And Stargazer says ketchup is gross. No,
it's not.
Yeah. It's delicious.
Yeah, very much so.
How can you not like ketchup?
Or tomato sauce, as I've learned the Australians habitually refer to it as.
Yeah, we call it tomato sauce.
See, but I don't get that. Like, what do you call marinara then? That's tomato sauce, is it not?
What do you call actual tomato sauce?
Yeah.
Well, ketchup is tomato sauce.
No, ketchup is tomato sauce that's been boiled down and has other spices in it.
Yeah.
It's still tomato.
Oh, this is from the guy who thinks cake is a dairy food. So
it's a dairy food.
It is not.
Yeah,
it's got dairy products in it.
And pies have to have a cap on them. Yeah.
Yes.
Pies do have a lid.
A lid. That's right.
If it doesn't have it, then it's a cake.
See, I don't get it. Jim Healy says if the pineapple on your pizza is still crunchy, it was not cooked enough. I didn't say necessarily crunchy, but something it is cooked and it's mushy and fibrous. Who wants something mushy and fibrous on your slice of pie, man? That's gross.
You can still tell the texture of it when it's on there. Do you guys consider breakfast cereal to be a dairy product?
Breakfast cereal?
When you put your milk on it?
Well, after you put the milk on it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do we? I never really thought about it.
I'm just curious because this whole dairy thing has got me.
Well, it also depends on the product as well, because if it's a chocolate cereal, then it's a dairy product.
Is a Mars bar a dairy product?
Yes.
All right. At least you're consistent.
It's got cocoa and milk in it.
But it's a candy bar.
Yeah. So and it's a candy bar. It's funny. It's a chocolate bar.
It's a candy bar.
It's fucking chocolate bar. You guys call everything candy. It's really annoying.
That's because we make everything sweet and we're fat for it.
It's because you're lazy.
We're not lazy. We're sweet.
And this whole thing started up with far as like pies have lids, but see, when she's saying a pie, she's talking about like a savory pie, like a pot pie, a meat pie, and is unable seemingly to distinguish to a dessert pie, like a cherry pie or an apple pie,
or chocolate pie.
Or chocolate pie, that's right, which does not have a lid.
So is bread a salad then? How the fuck did we get to bread being a salad?
What?
Because of the wheat? Is that what we're going for? I
think we can agree that Pop-Tarts are ravioli, though. It's
a breakfast ravioli. I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Ravioli is an abomination to nature.
I don't eat Pop-Tarts for breakfast. I eat them as a snack throughout the day if I'm going to have them.
Pop-Tarts are a snack.
No, they're breakfast over here, man. They're in the breakfast aisle.
God, you lot are so fat.
Yeah, hey, who are you talking to? I've seen what your country's doing.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there, all right?
Got to have calorie sizes on your pizzas. Like, do you want a small pizza with toppings, or do you want a large pizza that's just bread?
We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
You're getting there.
It's because our country.
You know what you should
getting
do?
like you lot. That's why.
If you're worried about those toppings and the calorie counts and stuff, Lucky Pop-Tart turned me on to anchovies on pizza, and they're like 0 calories, man. Ugh. Huge flavor, buttery, salty. They're fantastic. I never turned back after trying.
Don't put seafood on your pizza, you fucking heathen.
It's got nothing to do with heathenism. It's delicious.
It's disgusting, is what it is.
But they don't. I thought.
What is wrong with your tongue?
I thought it was going to taste really fishy, but it doesn't. It tastes buttery and salty. It's fantastic.
It tastes like scat.
I don't know what that is.
That's poop.
Did you say scat? It tastes like scat?
Yeah, that's what he said.
So you've eaten shit to be able to make the comparison.
It's what he imagines it would taste like if he had.
Yeah.
What the
guys,
hell happened in the Navy? What?
Stargazer's been kind enough to throw the Streamlab links in there. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do it there or through the little $sign at the bottom. By the way, if you do it through the $sign at the bottom, it lights up. And guys, Polly and Bear, don't forget to shill your shit over there in the chat. Okay, go ahead. What were you saying, Polly?
Sorry, Jack Cochran says anchovies talk about weird textures. No, it's gone, man. Like once it's baked, those anchovies just they've turned more or less into paste.
So it's sperm.
How?
Well, pasty fish is sperm, isn't it?
No. How do you even make that connection?
They look like little fish, and they swim, and they're in a pasty sauce. I've seen it.
I could see Polly just like grabbing an entire lobster and slamming it down in the middle of a pizza. There you go, dickhead. Eat that.
Lobster is literally my favorite food of all time. It's the
steak's better.
When I was younger, I took a girlfriend to a seafood restaurant and I ordered the lobster thermidor. Now, whilst it's fun to sort of scoop out the meat out of the claws and play with its tendons, it's not very tasty.
Thank you, the Dark Wolf 25. Pineapple on pizza is amazing. Fight me. I'm not going to fight you because I agree. It's awesome. Not on all pizza though. Ex Bubba Hotep, thank you. Great paste on my pizza. Paste. What's great paste? Am I gonna have to look something up again?
Bit of spam, mate.
Is it?
No, I don't know what he's on about. I'm just saying it.
Great taste on my pizza. I love
spam. Is minging, man. I bet you eat spam and all.
I don't eat spam. It's too salty. I ate it when I was a kid and I liked it, and I tried it as an adult. I'm like, that's foul.
Now I could see Polly getting up at 3 a.m, walking into his kitchen, pouring himself a nice glass of, I don't know, milk or something, and then getting a nice spoonful of spam and then mixing it into the milk and then drinking that.
No.
Look, it's a milkshake now.
Weird drink combinations with food that shouldn't go together. That's monkey's territory. Kool-Aid,
salty
ramen.
and good. No, I don't eat that. That shit's nasty. It's too salty. And when you open it, there's that jelly.
Oh yeah, yeah. See,
I
it's the
agree
head
with
cheese
Teddy.
jelly, man. Just can't do it. Ugh.
I massively agree with Teddy. Barbecue chicken on pizza.
It depends. Yeah, you
And
can't
you get the
just throw it on
barbecue
a
sauce base as well. Oh,
A spam pizza.
oh.
My favorite pizza, hands down, is a classic margarita pizza done in the Napoleon style, thin crust, just buffalo mozzarella, little bit of tomato sauce on top. That's
God,
what you
you're
want.
such a basic bitch.
What are you talking about? That's
I'll have a
classic.
margarita pizza, please.
Excuse me, that's classic Naples cuisine.
Ah.
Are you insulting the original pizza pie?
You're such a white.
Fuck the Italians. How about that? Just like Taco Bell, we took pizza and made it better over here. That's all I'm saying. I lived in Asia for 4 years and ate some weird shit during that time. I imagine lots of seafood over there. That's why I can't go. I'd starve to death.
I'm not
cow.
a big fan of seafood. I'll eat like mussels on their own and stuff though.
Oh, mussels are delicious. Oh,
They are. Eat them straight out the jar with the liquid. Very nice.
I'm surprised. Really, you're not a fan of seafood. You know, living on an island as you do. That's too bad.
No, I don't know, man. I like tuna.
So that's a good point, Jack. Apparently, Polly really likes fascist pizza.
How's that?
You like the original Italian version, and they're fascist. They invented it.
Fascistic pizza with the thin
Sure,
crust.
why not? Benito Mussolini invented the pizza pie. Sure, let's go with that.
I like to mix tuna with sweet corn and mayonnaise and just eat it out of a bowl.
I could probably do that.
It's nice. It goes very well together.
Not with I can't eat regular mayo though. I don't like I've been spoiled to my sweet Miracle Whip.
I would prefer to. I think I'd prefer to try something different with it, rather than just your basic bitch tuna.
Raw horse was probably one of the strangest things I've eaten. Why did you eat raw horse?
I could see horse because it's popular in French cuisine, I think it is. But why was it raw?
Cook that shit. Get a lighter or something.
Sweet corn, Sarah. Sweet corn.
Polly admits his love of fascism. He did. He just did.
Have you ever had sturgeon?
Cyric says, I think it's pronounced Cyric. Try grilled tuna, nothing like the canned stuff. Oh God, yeah, they're not. Doesn't even seem like it's the same fish. Grilled
Sorry,
tuna,
sturgeon egg.
it's unbelievably good.
Eric, have I been pronouncing your name wrong this whole time?
That's what an hors d'oeuvre is, isn't it? Sturgeon eggs.
Yes,
that's fucking delicious, man.
Hey, Vanilla Bear.
Don't say
everybody say hi to Vanilla Bear and give her some love because she has to put up with Irate Bear.
Hey, Vanilla Bear. Vanilla Bear followed me the other day on Twitter. That was kind of cool.
You should block her.
Block her. Hey, Weebo, how you doing? Weebo's in the chat now.
Hey,
Weebs.
And you know who isn't subscribed to my channel? Weebo Jones.
Weebo, that's hardcore.
And we invited her on Comic Book Curation to come on and talk, and she was like, "No, I'm too good for that." It was really sad.
Have you made a video, Polly?
Poppy says, "I need someone in bed." That's vague.
Anybody?
That's vague, sweetie. What else we got? Okay, let's turn our view back to the world here.
Do we have to? I was enjoying the food conversation.
Well, we can talk about that. Sandra Day O'Connor has been diagnosed with the early stages of dementia. I thought she was dead.
Wow. And they say that she's got early stages of dementia.
No, I'm not being mean there. I honestly thought she'd passed. So seeing that this morning, like, oh, that sucks.
Okay. I will indulge you then, Monkey. So I hear Trump's tricking everybody again, saying that he's a nationalist.
Yes,
but not specifying what type of nationalist he is. So
what? Wait. Oh, never mind. I get what you're talking about. Go ahead. I was like, what? Do they think he's a Canadian nationalist? I get you. Go ahead.
No, there are different types of
white nationalists. Yes. That's what the implication is.
Ethno nationalists, civic nationalists. People
could it
like
be
to
a white
argue that
nationalist?
there's a
He's
difference
orange.
between the liberal nationalist and the civic nationalist, but they are technically the same thing. But okay, whatever. So what's the reaction been? Because it must be a lot of salt. It must be a lot of salt.
Oh, there has been so far. He was within half an hour of that, he was already being compared to Hitler on the Twitter machine.
I think I was looking at your Twitter, and there was some guy, some blue check mark NPC twat, saying, "Oh, that's it. He's admitted it. He's a fascist. You should vote." And I'm like, "Well, if he was a fascist, your vote wouldn't matter."
No shit. I don't think you understand how this works.
Go vote Democrat.
Where is it? Here's the other one, because I read one earlier, but this one is from Amy Siskind, who, by the way, has a blue check mark. Okay, folks, I'm still stuck on Trump saying out loud at a rally tonight that he's a nationalist. Let's not let this get lost in the chaos. This is a big admission which should terrify us all.
Do you reckon
What the fuck are you talking about, bitch?
Do you reckon Trump just wakes up every day and go, "Oh, right, how can I piss all the libs off today then? I know."
Yes, that's what I was asking Polly earlier. Like, do you think he chose that and said that specifically? Because he could have come out and said, I'm American. I support America. But he came out and specifically said, I'm a nationalist. And I got to think, at least on some level, he's like, this is going to piss him off.
Yeah. Because... yeah, he could have worded that 100 different ways, but he chose to say nationalist.
Yep.
And of course, it had the desired response, I suppose.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. It's funny, though. What do you think a nationalist's favorite food is? I'm just trying to get us back on food, because food was fun. In food, I got to talk about this. Pebbles cereal. They have Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles. They came out with a chocolate and peanut butter Pebbles not long ago, and I was so excited for it. It sounded so good, and then I ate it, and it tasted like ass.
Oh, no.
And I was sad.
Did you ever try peanut butter Cocoa Puffs?
No.
They're really good.
But I will say this. Don't buy Reese's Puff cereal. It's okay if you have to in a pinch, but much better. Buy a box of Cocoa Puffs and a box of peanut butter Captain Crunch and mix them together. It is so much better.
Captain Crunch, it's not bad, but that's the roof of your mouth terror. Those things are just
no
cheek lacerators.
Peanut butter Captain Crunch comes in little balls.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh. Not them heart-shaped little Lego bits.
Yeah, I think those are supposed to be barrels, dude.
I prefer chocolate cereal.
Yeah. He's a captain. There's barrels on a boat. I think those are barrels.
I bet Polly eats muesli.
I do not eat muesli.
What's muesli? See, the
most boring cereal known to man. It's just like, imagine if you got a spoon.
I know what you're talking about. Okay.
You got a spoon and you shoved it up Theresa May's twat, right? And you scooped out the insides and then put it in a bowl and then pour some milk on it, and that's what muesli is.
New from Kellogg's.
It's sticks and twigs and dirt.
Did you ever have Pebble Squares? No, I haven't. Rice Krispie Squares works because of how the rice is in them, and Cocoa Pebbles are like not the same, or any Pebbles are not the same. Peanut butter doesn't rip your mouth, Polly.
And Cannibal Caretaker says, Captain Crunch only cuts you if you're a bitch.
No, I'm with you on that. The texture of that cereal is horrible.
Oh man, you guys are like Jaws from the James Bond films. You got these iron Jaws teeth that you can just.
I'm sorry. Duck Dog is telling us they're treasure chests.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. They're still
the
horrible.
second most boring food has got to be a Rivita cracker without anything on it.
Not like a saltine. Well, saltines are good. Saltines are nice.
Yeah, they are.
A rectangular, crunchy cracker type thing. It's nice if you cover it like saturate it in soft cheese.
Has anyone here ever had rabbit pellets? I mean, grape nuts. Nice, Nancy. That was good. Yeah, I mean, they don't taste like grape. There's no nuts in them. What the hell's with that name? They're just little. Yeah, they're like rabbit food. They're terrible, absolutely terrible, and rock hard. It's like eating little bits of weedy gravel.
Have you guys seen the? I'm sorry, this is completely off topic because I just saw a tweet. Have you seen that video? I'll kill you that way. The Halloween parody song.
I have not.
It is fucking awesome. It's done to the theme of it's a parody of a Backstreet Boys song.
Oh, okay.
Backstreet's
back. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Who doesn't love that song? It's fucking
That's
amazing.
a great song. That is an awesome song.
Mr. Dax says crackers can be improved with cheese, etc., but there is no redeeming muesli. Yeah, I agree, man.
There's my Halloween love with this. It's awesome. It's four guys dressed up as four the main, or five guys dressed up as the main horror movie villains. It's Freddy, Jason, Leatherface, Ghostface, and I forget the other one. But it's an awesome song. It's been stuck in my head for 2 days.
Oh, you know what I still haven't done? Gone by Walmart to see if they've got Booberry. Damn it.
Oh yeah, you want to get there quick because people buy that shit by the case, so because you can only get it one time a year.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite cereals, and it's like the McRib. It makes me want it more because it's only seasonally available. You know, and there is no other blueberry cereal. I love Blueberry.
Kill you that way.
I would
Lucky
share
Charms.
this if I could.
Nobody can talk shit about Lucky Charms. Them dry little marshmallows in the milk, and they get all gooey. Oh, fantastic!
I hate Lucky Charms.
What? Why?
Because they started adding way too many goddamn marshmallows to it.
Oh, the different kinds, or just the amount?
Just the amount, and it's kind of like a chocolate chip cookie where they've started adding so many goddamn chocolate chips to it that it might as well just be a chocolate chip or a chocolate cookie.
Oh, you're not supposed to eat it for breakfast. Is that the mistake you're making with Lucky Charms?
No. I just don't like that much. What I do like is a new thing they've come out with. It's Frosted Flake Lucky Charms.
Really? Ooh, Lucky Charms.
Try it out. It is really. I tried it. My son's fiance bought a box. I'm like, it's the only cereal I have. I'm gonna try it. They actually have a perfect mix. You get like a couple of marshmallows per bite, and it's perfect. Rather than an actual. I've dipped into a bowl of Lucky Charms and come up with nothing but fucking marshmallows before, and that's bad.
Marshmallows.
Count Chocula is good, Vortex.
Devil's
Blueberry's where it's at.
No, but Count Chocula tastes like fucking chocolate cardboard. Stop it. Go get a real chocolate cereal like Cocoa Puffs or Cocoa Pebbles if you prefer. You know what? This is a true story. I woke up one morning and I looked in the mirror and I have this really dark, freckly looking thing on me that's never been on my body before. I'm like, what the fuck? And I thought immediately skin cancer, and I touched it and it fell off, and I realized I'd been eating Cocoa Pebbles in bed the night before. That's it. I was scared for about half a second till it fell off. I'm like, oh yeah, whoops.
It's melanoma. Oh, it's no.
It's Cocoa Pebble.
Please tell me you ate it.
I didn't. It fell into the sink and
that's so funny.
Let it go down. Let's see. None of these are soups. They're all soups.
Are we arguing about soup? About cereal being soup?
Weebo says Raisin Bran is good. How old are you, Weebo?
No. Listen. Raisin Bran, cornflakes, Special K. Those are my favorite cereals. Fight me.
You're 30. She's 19 or 20 or something like that. You should be eating Pop-Tarts in your. Oh, by the way, I've done this before. Your Pop-Tarts in Cocoa Pebbles. I'm just saying. And I have diabetes, y'all. Don't forget, guys.
Not soup. We've been over this.
Cereal is soup.
It has to be prepared hot.
No, it doesn't have to be.
What was the argument that I came up with again?
I can't. I'll get the chubby or cubby. Did you mean chubby? So you imagine how big them boobs would be if you ate what I'm telling you to eat. You would never have to buy anything yourself ever. Just throwing that out there. I forgot where I was going. Oh yeah, guys, if you'd like to support the channel, please hit the Streamlab links or the $sign down at the bottom, or share. share our stuff. That helps us a lot. They're already too big, Monkey. Whip them out. Let people vote. Diesel Dave says the McRib is back. You can actually buy those in the store. You can buy them. Who makes them? Swanson or somebody like that makes them. But we used to buy them years and years ago, and for some reason I got this kick like, oh, I need those. And I remember they made them, so I went and bought a box. And they've like cut the portion size in half, so you can't even buy a bun they actually fit on. It's really sad.
Monkey, what was the argument that I came up with a couple of weeks ago when I was saying something was milkshake or something?
I don't, dude. Are you asking me to remember?
Sorry, Weibo wants to start a GoFundMe for a boob reduction. That is the least likely to be funded project I have ever heard of in my life. No one's giving you money for a boob reduction. It's not going to happen.
I'll give you money for a boob reduction if I can have the boob that was reduced.
It doesn't work like that. You're going to get a jar of fat. I mean,
and I'm going to put it on my desk and I'm going to label it Weibo Titty.
That's just gross, man. That's just fucking gross.
What you got against Weibo Titty? You think Weibo Titties are gross? No wonder she won't come and subscribe to your channel.
Weibo, apparently she already is subbed to my channel, she said. She told me off. But Weibo titties are fine when they're attached to a lady's chest with nipples on them, not when they're dismembered inside of a jar, dude.
You could put a nipple in there. You can buy them in the baby section.
Jesus Christ, man. You're approaching serial killer ideas here. Stop.
Diesel Dave, thank you. We want before and after pictures. Oh gosh. Yeah, we want someplace bad there. See, and this is why I'm against censorship. Only if we get before and after pictures. Also says old grouchy gamer. Y'all really want, y'all can see her boobs. She puts them out there on the Two Girls One Stream thing. They that's how they sell their shirts. They show off their boobies. Oh, if you guys want to see like their actual boobies, you guys know you can see boobies for free online, right?
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with being a titty streamer. There's nothing wrong with it. You can Photoshop her head onto anything. I've done it before. Not onto naked people, but you can Photoshop Weibo's head onto anything you want to. Bear, where'd you go? Bear's right now photoshopping Weibo's head onto boobies. You're in the middle of talking about putting rubber nipples inside of jars of fat, and he said he had to go for a second.
And
I wonder why.
Not just fat. Not just fat.
Glandular tissue. Titty fat. That's
Monkey Sir Weibo says, Monkey, no, bad idea. Why would you do this? Sweetie, anybody that's going to do it has already done it. They just haven't shown you because they're touching themselves to it. Just saying. If you guys want to do a really good one, Photoshop Weibo's head onto the body of somebody with a really long cock. Just throwing it out there. You can Photoshop my head onto things too. You can do that with anybody. That's how Photoshop works.
Oh, the mind of a maniac.
Or more like they have tact, unlike a certain monkey, says K-Rick. I have tact. I just don't use it on stream.
Oh no. Megan Kelly's trending. What did you do, Miss Kelly?
See, now Weibo doesn't mind her head being put onto big dick dudes. See? Oh, that didn't sound right. She likes her head on big dick dudes.
Oh, get this, Monkey. You know Megan Kelly, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Quote, Megan Kelly doesn't understand why blackface Halloween costumes are offensive. Quote, you do not get in trouble if you're a white person who puts on blackface on Halloween or a black person who puts on whiteface for Halloween, Kelly said.
I'm actually with her on this, but she should know why. We are in such a PC culture that things like that should be, because nobody's doing it to be racist. Well, I don't want to say nobody's doing it to be racist. If you're dressing up as a black character, like if I wanted to dress up as LeBron James, I kind of, if I want to complete the costume, I need to be black, but that wouldn't be racist. Any blackface these days is considered racist, and it doesn't. They even for fuck's sake, there was a story we read about them. There was a movie or a TV show where they took a black child and just darkened his skin for the thing, and they called it digital blackface. Like, he's black. That's not fucking racist, you dumb shits. But yeah, because of it is amazing how the further we get from things, suddenly the worse they become. Because we actually read a story last night about how witches are misogynistic, and they started with like the 11th century in their explanation as to why it's so misogynistic. I'm like, do you know how far removed we are from the 11th century? 10 centuries, you motherfuckers. I'm with her on it. If you're dressing up in a Halloween costume, I don't see that as racist, and I think people need to get their fucking panties out of a bunch. However, Megan, you know why. Stop it. You know why. Porridge is 100% rolled oats. I've never even had porridge.
Really?
I didn't. No. I have no. It doesn't even sound. There's certain foods I can't eat because of the way they sound, and porridge just doesn't sound like something I would put in my mouth. Yes, Vor, witches are misogynistic. There's a long history of them being misogynistic. Look it up. I didn't make it up. We read that story. You can go to hashtag MSS News. It was in there last night. How do you feel about it, Polly? What do you think?
I just really hate Patton Oswalt.
I'm with you. That little fat fuck.
I'm sorry. I was just reading through this Huffington Post article. I know I shouldn't have been reading Huffington Post, but I was about this Megyn Kelly thing, and Patton Oswalt decided to weigh in. And of course, Huffington Post quotes him because he's the PC poster boy as of late, I guess. I don't know what the hell's happened to him or what's wrong with him, but
he looks like. Nah, I'm not gonna be that mean. He's an idiot. That's the part that bothers me.
And I mean, that son of a bitch even had the balls to weigh in on Comicsgate with his spectacularly unsuccessful comics. Like, it's a comic that's about stand-up comics.
Oh.
And it's going nowhere. Nobody wants it. If you read the pages that are available on the Indiegogo for it, it's just awful. And this he's a fan of comic books, right? And he's Mr. You got to support trans LGBT POC, blah, 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 blah. He's got all the shields out in front of him, this guy. And it's, fuck you, Patton. Fuck off. I can't stand people that make a career out of telling you what you're doing is wrong. Like,
well, he's a comedian. That's the part that bugs me. And
right?
This is the same thing that I've talked about, like with Shane Dawson and with Jimmy Kimmel. These are guys who made a name for themselves saying what by their own standards right now is fucking horrific. And they've decided that jokes and no, we got to be as politically correct as possible. And fuck y'all. I hate PC culture. I'm not to the point. There's people out there who know they'll drop the N-word just to say it because it's edgy. You don't need to do that. But you can call these guys out when they're being fucking morons.
And Jim Healy, this is the brilliant point. Sorry, Monkey, but this is just amazing how someone who supports all those communities can't get any of them to support his projects. Yeah. You know why? Because SJWs, although it's an overused term, they want you to do things. And they want to control what you do and direct you to do certain things, but they don't buy them. They don't want to buy the comics with the progressive characters. They just want you to make all the characters progressive.
I've been over this so many times. They put their fucking noses into things that they don't care about.
Yes.
And then these companies like, oh, we better acquiesce to what these morons are saying. And then they do. And what happens? They alienate their fans, and no new fans came in because of what they did. It's just these assholes being assholes. Morning, Dork. How you doing? Wait, Dork, why are you up so late? Aren't you sick? Go to sleep, sweetie.
As we both wait for the response on a delayed stream.
Not that I don't want you around. I love you being around, but I don't want you being sick. And thank you, Nuts, for throwing the Streamlabs link in there again. Guys, that's a way to support me without supporting YouTube, because sometimes they're assholes.
How do your streams, Monkey, usually do in terms of view count?
It depends on how clickbaity I get.
Does the 2,200 views for the Late Night Monkey Medicare stream Aftermath and other nonsense, is that a lot, a little?
That's a lot. For typical is anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 depending on the actual topic. If I'm clickbaity, I can get it anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000 depending on how clicky baity it is.
Okay.
FYI, Satsu is no longer the scrub. Peace was brokered last week. Good to hear it, Ryan. Good to hear it. He was calling he refused to call Satsu anything but the scrub for a long time there.
You know what pattern I am liking by accident? That my avatar ends up being the default thumbnail whenever I'm on one of your streams.
I've noticed that. I noticed that yesterday, because I go through, guys. If you ever want to see any of these, that's not on my channel that you can't see it there, just go to the playlist, and there's a playlist in there called the live streams, and it's got all of the Lords of the Night and these. I need to get them separated, but for now, that's where they all are. And yeah, if you go through and look, it looks like it's Polly's stream. Good morning, enjoying this breakfast stream. How are you, Cracked? Where's Cracked? Oh, there's Cracked. Hey, bud. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, Cracked is here. Hey.
I missed the night streams. I work evenings now. Oh, that sucks. Well,
I'm
lucky
back.
for you. Hey, welcome back. Lucky for you, I've been doing morning streams lately. Although today's is more of a late morning, early afternoon stream.
It's a brunch stream.
It's brunch with the fellas. It's tea time. Is that where you went, Bear? Did you have to go have tea?
No, my mom called me. She's come to see
sweet.
me on Thursday. So,
how's your mom?
She's all right. She's coming to see me.
Sweet.
On Thursday.
You know, usually I'm not into blondes, but Megyn Kelly's hot.
It depends on how they frame her, because I've seen her look horrible. She's another one with that crooked ass nose that I can't take my eyes off of.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
There's a picture.
Ugly, but
There's a picture that yesterday on Twitter of Laura Loomer, and I couldn't help but think that she looks like Roaming Millennial's mum. Like, she looks like she could be Roaming Millennial's mother.
Oh, okay. I was like, where did you see a picture of Roaming Millennial's mom?
No?
oh, I'm sorry. I'm typing. I'm looking at pictures of Megyn Kelly.
You stop fapping.
And Hammer says he goes in and manually changes all the minion streams, so my avatar is never the default. That's nice. Nice.
No, what were you saying about who looks like somebody's mom? Oh, Laura Loomer looks like
she looks like she could be.
I suppose.
In that specific picture, anyway.
I suppose so.
Gotta get a picture up so you can see what I mean. Like, oh, of course I can't fucking share it because I'm using Opera. But if I just give you Laura Loomer's Twitter and you can see her profile picture, she looks like she could be.
Who was it that got in trouble for fat shaming Laura Loomer? Was it Avenatti? Yeah, he did that yesterday. He was it yesterday, day before, I forget.
Creepy porn lawyer said something about Loomer to fat shame?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's I'll dig it up here in a second. Let's take a look at what Bear sent first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are you talking about the one at the top here?
Mm-hmm. No, our profile picture.
Yeah,
looking forward.
Oh, okay. You know, yeah, I can see that, definitely.
Yeah, or like an older sister.
Yeah, that would be the older sister who's upset that her younger sister skewed her.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I'm not being mean to Loomer. I mean, Loomer's not she's plain. She's just not as made up as she gets. She's still just kind of plain. And that's not being mean. It's just fact.
Are you just saying she's a 5?
She's a 4.5. If you've been drinking, she might be a 6. I wonder if Creepy Porn Lawyer deleted it after he got pushed back for it. Creepy Porn Lawyer, I expect better of you. Keep your nonsense up
You
here.
expect better of Michael. Did you watch the Tucker Carlson interview with him?
No, I didn't.
One of the ground rules that they had established is because Tucker Carlson repeatedly refers to him, of course, as Creepy Porn Lawyer. And he said, you will not call me that. And, as one of the ground rules of me coming, and you will not harass me on this thing or whatever. And Tucker Carlson was like, fine. So there he is in studio. Monkey, I kid you not, the entire time, the banner along the bottom just said over and over again, Tucker Carlson interviews Creepy Porn Lawyer. Creepy Porn Lawyer responds about Trump. Creepy Porn Lawyer says that Stormy Daniels the whole fucking time.
Oh, he did. That little shit deleted it. But yeah, he posted this and made some snide remark about how she looked because she got a little tiny pooch there. Look, don't make me defend Laura Loomer. She doesn't look horrible there. Come on. I mean, her butt's a little weird shaped, and she looks like she might be 2 months pregnant. That's fine. You can still tap that. Just put a bag over it, turn the light out. You'll be fine.
Speaking of other things that are bad for humanity, did you hear Amy Schumer's pregnant?
I did hear that. I wonder if that's why she won't do the Super Bowl commercial.
Who did it? Who did it? I want to know.
Somebody whose crotch smells awful now.
Well, yeah. The tweet that she sent out said, this guy, I'm expecting a baby with this guy and we're fairly certain he's the father. And I'm like, was that supposed to be funny? Or are you being serious?
She's made her whole career on being a slut. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, are you continuing with the filthy slut thing or are you just keeping it real? I don't.
She gonna abort it?
Oh.
You know what these bitches are like.
I don't see any tweet from her about it. I saw people talking about it last night, but yeah, I hadn't. Okay. When was this announced? Because there's her Super Bowl one.
As I understand it, I hadn't seen it myself. She snuck it in with, here's a series of candidates that I'm endorsing, and then in the middle of it, and I'm pregnant.
Let's see. Oh, at the bottom, I'm pregnant, Amy Schumer. Nice. All right. Good for you.
She's so popular, she had to fight off the paparazzi with all,
Yeah. Come on, own up. Who poked the piggy? Oh my God. Ew, who the fuck would even look? I'm telling you, I'd fuck Amy Schumer. I'd put on a hazmat suit, cut a little hole where my penis goes. And
little hazmat suit for your penis.
Yeah, because you don't want your crotch to come away smelling like hers. Because holy fuck, you know how bad that baby's gonna smell when it comes out.
Oh, I feel bad for the doctors as well, man. They're gonna have to stand there in front of her vag.
Yeah. Oh man, it's gonna look like.
Think about this for a second. She's gonna turn that into comedic material. Oh God.
Yes. Yeah.
Like giving birth, the pregnancy, like as filthy as she is about shit. Ugh.
When that baby came out, the room smelled like ass.
Taylor says it wouldn't be an abortion with Amy Schumer. It would be a mercy killing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
My joke last night, because she's so, hashtag yes all women kind of stuff. It's like, really? You're going to keep the baby? You're not going to abort it in solidarity with women? Really?
Evil bastards, don't blame me.
She'll find out if it's a girl first.
In Amy Schumer's patch.
The reason I was even I'm saddened that there was even the opportunity to make a joke like that. It was Lena Dunham and her comment that like I'm saddened that I never had the opportunity to have an abortion. I'm like, it never even occurred to me that somebody would have thought of something like that to have said.
Dude, we live in the culture where a woman was sad she hadn't been raped because she couldn't hashtag me too.
Right. I wish I had a Me Too story. Fuck.
I wish I'd been raped. I don't think you do, sweetie. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, talk about desperation for oppression points. Damn.
And then people wonder why we say they just want attention. Has another comedian made jokes of giving birth? Yeah, because there is funny stuff that goes on when giving birth. For the record, women, if you have a baby, there's a good chance you're going to poop on the table.
I can see that. You're sitting there pushing, Yeah.
It's quite common, actually. It happens a lot. There's also I forget the percentage of a chance, but there's a chance that your baby's going to rip your twat in half. Good luck with that. You can get ripped and shit in front of people. Yay! My youngest on his way out poked his elbow out and hurt Lady Monkey a little bit.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Oops, that's racist. What was racist? Was it Arabs would like it. That's what Jeremy said. Yeah, don't be racist. Arabs isn't a race, is it? That's a
ethnicity.
Hairy chocolate people.
Fallout 76 unveils 19 new screenshots ahead of console beta.
Actually, technically, Arabs are Aryan.
Well, there you go.
They're hairy chocolate people.
Chocolate people.
I stand corrected.
Monkey Amy is crazy. Imagine her pregnancy or her pregnant. Yeah, she's going to be fun with all the hormones. But don't worry, she drinks a lot of wine, so that kid's going to come out with its eyes 3 feet apart.
Wunderbar.
Oh, of course, Hammer has to go for the Dr. Huxtable joke, right?
Jerry Springer's making a new show, is he? I didn't know that. I would watch. I like Jerry Springer. You know what I like most about Jerry Springer? He likes whores.
Like he has a history of buying whores?
Yeah, he was the.
You don't buy whores, you rent out of.
He rented a whore.
Oh, okay.
Back when he was an actual politician. For those of you who don't know, he used to be a politician in Cincinnati, I think it was. And I can't remember I think it was on the city council, and they raided some whore shop or something, and his name came up. Oops.
Sad.
Yeah.
Or funny.
That's I bet he's made a lot more money as a television personality than he would have as a politician.
Oh, but yeah, of course he has.
These things have a way of working themselves out.
Yeah.
But yeah, his political career was killed by whores. Monkey, can the fetus abort the mother? Well, technically, yeah, they can kill her on the way out. I don't think. He was the mayor. Was he the actual mayor? I can't remember. I know he was on the city council. I can't remember if he was the mayor or not.
Usually it's the politician who kills the whore.
Yeah. We learned that in Godfather too. No, was that 2? Yeah, it was 2. Can we get our 60% in both sides of Congress? Probably not. Not in this day and age. Persians are technically Aryan. Arabs are Semites.
Yeah, that's his JWoww series. It's like, yeah, I stand corrected. It was it's Persians that are
Iranians
from the Indo area. Yeah, so Arabs would be Semitic. Yeah.
Everybody's telling me he was actually the mayor at the time. Okay. Didn't he get caught because he paid with a check or something? I know there was some politician who got caught because he paid a whore with a check. Are you dumb fuck? I can't remember.
Can I get your bitch on credit?
It would be great if it was a bad check and they had to go to court over it.
Have you ever seen the video of Marion Barry, then mayor of DC, getting busted with the hooker smoking crack?
Bitch set me up.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Bitch set me.
It kills me how much the arresting officers were trying to help him and how little help he wanted. It's like, Mr. Barry, mayor, please. We just go, she set me up, the filthy bitch. And it's like, no, just wait for your lawyer. And he wasn't trying to wait for anything.
There it is. Jack says she kept the check, and when she got busted, she had it hanging on the wall. So he got a freebie. Nice. Go Jerry. Oh yeah, if you guys don't know the story of Marion Barry, you should really look it up. He was the mayor of DC, and he got busted in a hotel room with crack whores and crack. And he went to jail for a while for it, and then he came back out, and the people of DC reelected him. They reelected a crackhead.
Well, he ran on a very it was a clever ploy.
It wouldn't
if
have
you will.
mattered. He was going to win anyway.
Did he run on like a redemption
It
story?
was like local boy comes back. It's a redemption story.
That's why. That's why I asked. Yeah,
it's very American to sell a redemption story, and it worked for him.
Who doesn't like a good redemption story, though?
I don't like a good crackhead.
Is there such thing as a good? that sounds like a nursery rhyme, like Little Miss Crackhead.
Oh my god.
The little.
I just remind you guys if you'd like to support the channel. The Streamlab links is there from Nuts. Thank you so much, Nuts. I love you for posting that. And you can also donate via the super chat button down there. Yeah, little good crack boy.
Also, subscribe to my second channel, Irate Alex. Trying to make that my main channel at the moment.
Yeah, guys, show your stuff. If you guys aren't subscribed to either Bear on his Irate Bear or Irate Alex channel, make sure you subscribe to both. And I know, Bear, you're letting the one wind down, but I want both. And Polly has a channel as well where they talk comic book stuff. And Polly's a smart guy, so go listen to what he has to say.
And I also ship post on my channel too. Let's not pretend that it's all comics.
Hey, I'm trying to pump you up as a nice person.
But everybody could tell I'm not.
Well, yeah, they saw the video from the other night. Diesel Dave, thank you so much. You don't pay a prostitute to have sex. You pay them to leave afterwards. That's right. That was a chef song.
Thank you, Sora Luna, who says, Irate Alex channel has very fun content. That's right. I do reaction commentary videos. Last night I did a review of the Mind of Jake Paul by Shane Dawson. I do gaming live streams as well. I have a very mixed bag over there. Very mixed bag.
Toasted Network asked me why I don't make videos anymore. And guys, this all comes back to the pain. The way I have to sit to record for videos is different than I sit when I'm playing games or just streaming. And it takes it out of me. It really does. And I'm hoping to get one made this week. But yeah, it's not. I used to make them daily, and I can't anymore. Sorry. And I know people love them, but I can't. I try. Sorry.
Monkey's lucky he has an excuse. I've not made a video in a while now. You know, it's bad when there's two Ghost Poo podcasts back to back on my channel. Because I haven't made any videos. So it doesn't look very good at the moment. I'm just not interested at the minute. I don't have an excuse though, like you're in pain. I'm not. I could sit here and make a video, but I'm just not interested.
When I used to do it all the time, I was in pain too. And it's not that I'm not interested. There's just so many things that have gone on with YouTube, and it's not the money, guys. I don't want to say I don't care about that, because this is my job, but that is not the factor. That the chance that I could say something wrong and just lose everything, putting myself through that, knowing that, because I might make the wrong fucking joke and somebody will get their panties in a fucking bunch and suddenly it's all gone. I mean, it's hard to motivate myself to put myself in that position. With so many fucking thin-skinned cunts out there.
And you feel that, out of curiosity, you feel that risk is greater with edited style videos than with live streams?
Yes, it absolutely is.
That's interesting. I would have thought the other way around. Like, talking off the top of your head, you might say something stupid would be the greater concern, but no?
No.
Well, look, they seem to be Monkey. You know, I had some spurg in your fucking chat having a crack at me who'd made his mind up about me just because of the way that I speak.
Yeah, you and your
and decided that I had said something about the NHS even though I didn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's fuck off.
YouTube seems a lot more forgiving with live streams. Unless you're Sinatra.
Right? Fucking poor bastard.
Yeah, he's on a watch list somewhere, man.
Yeah.
No, they do. They seem a lot more forgiving about what you say in a live stream. And for the right, I mean, other than obvious jokes, I would think they're obvious. I'm not that bad on here where have tended to insult people more directly in videos. I've tried to get better about that, but what do we have going on in chat here, guys? Sorry, I don't mean to ignore you guys. I barely have time to make videos, and then I decided to do consecutive 20-minute videos and die a bit inside every time, says Weibo. Well, that's just because you make videos about cutting off baby dick, and you should feel bad about that. You know, this is why, and I get Weibo. I actually loved Weibo's video on circumcision, but I'm sure you've gotten this, Bear. People coming into your comments, why don't you make a video about circumcising?
Yeah,
kids?
I had the lice before Weibo. I caught them off of Visa. Then the lice attacked my channel. Then I gave them to Drunkle, and they went to Sinatra. When they went after Drunkle, they went after the wrong fucking person. they even threatened to kidnap Drunkle, which again would also be a very bad idea on their part. I can imagine that being the most annoying like kidnappee ever.
Where's the ball gag? Jesus Christ!
Yes, exactly.
But no, you know, I just banned them all from my fucking channel. If you're gonna come in and start spurging out of my subscribers about fucking foreskins and stuff like that, then you can fuck off.
I just ignore them. I do. I made one comment to one at one time, and this is my comment to all of you guys. If that's a video you want made, make it your fucking self. Am I for circumcision? I'm really not. As I get older, the more it's like, yeah, I'm not. It's not necessary and all that blah. But that's not what I'm making stuff on. And if you want to make that video, go make the video. Fuckwad. Ghost Poo gave me the internet aid, says Weibo.
Don't blame us. Like, no,
well, you just told us you had him first.
The foreskin lice aside, I've had loads of people over the years, the last couple of years, like, you should make a video on this. You should make it. No, motherfucker, you should make a video on it.
You know, I haven't seen one, though, that is as zealous as the circumcision people. I mean, they are like fanatical, and I understand it. If you think that's mutilating babies, I get it, but go make your own fucking video.
Right. But isn't that the exact point? It's like, I don't want to be pro this. I want to stop you from saying the opposite side of it because somehow that advances my position. It doesn't, but it makes them feel righteous.
Yeah, because if I made a video about it, I would go the Weibo route. I would just make cutting off dick jokes because that's who I am. So the flat earth, you know what? Flat earthers, you're right. They're probably as bad. And vegans, vegans, they know you're not on their side, so they'll come in and then they wander off and then they might come back. But yeah, flat earthers and circumcised folks are.
I realized something about vegans last night, Monkey.
They don't eat meat.
I was just as surprised as many, let me tell you.
Or chocolate pies, which aren't pies, cake.
But anyway, what did you notice?
They're really into their informal fallacies, right?
Sure. Fallacy.
Yeah, which ultimately ends up with the fallacy. And the only formal fallacy they seem to know is ad hominem, which they never correctly identify. You've heard me rage about that before. But you probably heard this one, the naturalistic fallacy or the nature fallacy.
Oh, yes.
Because it happens in nature does not justify you doing it. And that fair enough. That is a correct informal fallacy. It is one, like animals eat meat, therefore it's okay for us to. No, that there's no connection there. But somebody was talking about milk, and I was asking somebody in Discord about, have you ever tried raw milk? And it suddenly occurred to me, wait a minute, these bastards I've heard many a vegan use a reverse informal fallacy and not even realize they're doing it, because they say human beings are the only animals that drink milk outside of infancy. Mm-hmm. So what? Help me out. That's a reverse naturalistic fallacy, because it doesn't happen in nature means it shouldn't happen with us. Help me understand that. Well, see what I'm saying?
These are the same guys who say that the cows that are making the milk have been raped.
Well, that's what are you saying? I'm looking for straight reason. And that's my
you're
problem?
Looking for reason from unreasonable people. There are reasonable reasonable things to the vegan diet. If you want to go that way, knock yourself out. But the fanatical ones, the ones who have to just tell you about it and how horrible you are for not being one, they're morons. They're fucking morons.
See, I see a bunch of things going on here in chat, and they're like, I got an informal fallacy for you right here. And God damn it, Polly, that word makes me want to die. And it's like, you know what? I hear you. Isn't it awful that they've turned a term that logicians use into a 4-letter word that makes you cringe and nauseous? The bastards. Fuck.
There was a period there on YouTube where it was getting to the point that if I heard fallacy again, I was going to punch my screen.
I hear you.
Because everybody running around fallacy. And it wasn't just the vegans, because Christy Winters and her crew picked up the whole fallacy thing. It's gone through SJW circles, and it was really big there for a while. I'm like, not everything's a fallacy, dumbass.
And you just can't hear the word over and over again and hear it misapplied to everything. That was like me after last night's stream hearing gay ops. I was going to fucking vomit if I heard it one more time. But anyway, moving on.
There are some gay ops.
That's homophobic.
No, man. They're running around figuring out how to put their dicks in each other's mouths. I think that's gay. I'm just going by the official definition of gay and male to male sex, but
and I figure that they're in an operation to find other gays to perform these acts with. Yeah, it makes sense.
How can I get my dick in his mouth? Yeah, no, I understand. There's a lot of those things that tend to come up. There was one just a couple of weeks ago that was flying all around. Oh, you know what? One it literally has come back. Thank you, Keemstar. There's a guy who made a video. What's his name? I forget. But he made a video about a guy that goes by the name Snow on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And the Snow guy is 23, but he used to pretend he was 16, and he would do all these videos about underage girls and the inappropriate things they were doing. Creepy shit for a 23-year-old to be doing. But he changed his age to 16. Somehow that people figured out he's actually 23. And this guy made a video on him, and Keem has highlighted him because anyway, I'm watching his video. He makes really great points, but every 2 fucking seconds he says literally. I'm like, oh, Leafy.
Add in the word like every 2 seconds, and you've got yourself the ultimate douche nozzle.
It made it hard to listen to It made it hard to listen to the video because once I realized he was doing it, that's all I could hear is every time he'd fucking say literally. This is literally the literal thing that literally is happening. Like, no, it's literally not. You are literally misusing the word literally, you fucknut. Literally,
it's a deep irony that people don't catch that. It blows my mind. It's like, I think the word you're looking for is very, because if you just replace it, this was literally the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. This was a very scary thing I just saw, is what I think you meant to say.
It's literally the literally. This
is figuratively, literally the most annoying word that people have fucked with.
Literally is now figuratively figurative. No, literally is now literally figurative for so many people. There you go. If you guys want to watch the video, because it is a good video, and what this kid, I don't know how old he is, but to me he's a kid. There was no proof that he was 23 years old. Toasted, you might want to check. He's actually changed his date of birth. Then you need Ranching Monkey. What's that about? I don't know what that's. What's that in response to? But yeah, watch that video. There's some interesting stuff that goes on there, including that it seems like the Snow guy was buying downvotes for this kid's video. It's a good story to bring up. It's a good thing to talk about because you have a guy who's far older than he should be talking about little girls. Don't do that, jackass. That's disgusting.
I've got a question. People throw around this buying subs.
Yeah.
What kind of marketplace? Like, where does that happen? Where do you go to buy subs?
I've seen those websites.
Go to
before.
Google.
Really?
There was a story in the New York Times, I think it was, where it was either New York Times or CNN, where they highlighted these people, how you can buy subs and likes and views, and how easy it is to do.
I wonder what the
there are
going rate
people,
for a sub is.
I don't know, but they are making a ton of money.
No shit.
And it was funny because it's against the YouTube terms of service to do this, guys. So don't do it. But whatever company it was, and I want to say it was the New York Times, they bought some subs just to test it out. I'm like, you guys do realize you just admitted you broke the rules, right?
That's instant channel deletion shit right there.
But it's, as Chris Cuomo would say on CNN, we're the media. It's different for us.
Right.
Yeah.
Toasted Network says Snow said in the video that he was 19. Yes, that's still 3 years older than 16. That makes him an adult, and he shouldn't be looking at what 12 and 13-year-old girls are and making comments about them and highlighting them in his videos, because that's fucking creepy.
Crocho Gamer said, "Send me a check and we'll call it good." I don't need to do that. There's a link to my channel, and anyone who feels the need to legitimately subscribe, where you'll get interesting content like this, feel free. Happy to have you there.
Yeah, the guy in that interview that they talked to, or in that article that they talked to, who runs one of these sites, he talked about how lucrative it is, to the point where he has to hire it out, of course, because if somebody orders, 1,000 views from you, it would take you forever to get that done. But CNN, I think they said, or CNN and New York Times, whichever it was, they said they got the views within like an hour, and they had ordered like 1,000 or something like that. Yeah. Kingslayer Damocles says, can vegan women swallow, or is it against their diet? Technically, they shouldn't even be giving blowjobs because of pre-cum.
Hey, Gutenberg.
Goot, how you doing, man?
Hey, I just woke up, guys. Can you give me a minute?
Sure, dude. Yeah, of course.
All right.
For the last 2 days, me and Goot have been missing each other.
Mr. Dax says people should literally subscribe to Polly. Yes, you literally should.
Literally should.
You'll probably have a good time while you're there. So I guarantee it's just probably.
No, literally to me is one of those things that bugs me, because I do use the word a lot, but I'm using it literally correctly, because it is a word that it has meaning if you're using it right.
That's a good point, Monkey. Is there a word to replace literally? Because I've been finding myself using it quite frequently too.
Polly just gave us one, and I'm gonna let him tell you that. I'm gonna run to the restroom, guys. I'll be right back.
Polly, lay it on me.
I totally didn't. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Have you stopped using the word like?
Still here. I can hear you. You just said what they should be saying instead of literally.
Oh, well,
that
wasn't the okay. That wasn't the question you asked. You want a word to use that means literally, but not that word.
Something to drive. I think people use literally to drive a point home. Is there a word to replace it with? That was my
very.
Question. Huh?
Very.
Well, I think the way people are using literally, it's almost as if it's a kind of like a in a way.
Yeah, that's terrible. If you can't think of something to say at the time and you can't come up with,
I feel like I'm being personally attacked right now.
For fuck's sake.
like,
yeah, Alex. I got Alex to answer your question. I went back and listened to that stream just to see how many times I did say like, and I did say it quite a few times. And I think it's only when I'm around you because I feed off your energy and it's horrible. I think I use it more talking into the microphone than I do in IRL. I'm not sure why. I think it's because a lot of you fuckers use it.
It's because we're having a discussion about the mind of Jake Paul. And as soon as I brought it up, we subconsciously just got into our heads, what we're saying.
Yeah. That, and we're both trying not to sound completely retarded on the microphone in front of, hundreds of people.
Yeah, we were not successful.
No, not at all. Oh man, I've been going on this weird kick where I've been going back and listening to live streams I was on, years ago. And
I remember when you used to sit there on camera, black and white, with your glasses on,
Oh man,
and your facial expression would never change.
Very
That's
stoic.
that was Well, when I was first doing that, it was because the Antifa videos I was doing, I was kind of nervous to be to show my face.
Mm.
And then after a while, I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. And I just took the glasses off and started drinking, loosening up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was only a couple streams. The glasses actually stayed for. It was 2 streams, I think. Those are on your channel, by the way, and I think they're privated.
They're more than likely deleted.
Oh,
Did you guys read Boar's comment here? He said, "Very actually or simply remove literally from the sentence." There's a lot of words you can actually use instead of literally. Actually is one of them.
But just don't start sentences with it. That's not a good way to go.
Actually, Polly, it's just fine.
See what I mean?
Actually, it sounds like you're trying to correct somebody in a condescending manner, doesn't it?
Actually,
damn
I
right.
usually
That's
am.
why you shouldn't say it in that way, unless of course you're trying to condescend the fuck out of someone. Then go ahead.
Actually, Polly, you shouldn't tell me what to say.
See what I mean?
Actually, you're right.
Fucking hell.
All right.
And on that note, I'm going to go have me dinner.
Are you?
So you guys have a good live stream. I am
see you later.
literally actually going to very muchly enjoy some very goodly food.
Are you having faggots?
No, actually, no. I think I'm having pork chops. So I shall see you guys later.
Later, Bear.
Have a
Later,
see you
Anyway,
guys.
thanks for stopping
Bye-bye.
by, bud.
No problem,
Later.
mate. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'll have to wrap it up. We'll go half an hour or so, but I still haven't eaten this morning. I had a cold hot dog. That was my breakfast, but I need real food soon.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh?
with ranch dressing. It's really good.
No way.
Wow.
Goddamn monkey.
It's good. I'm telling you.
Well, it's better than what I had. I had combos.
Oh yeah, that's not bad either.
Mm.
How
Yeah.
about saying, you know what I'm saying? Well, you could, but that doesn't mean literally. Oh God. Hey man, good. We've missed you the last couple of days.
Oh man, pretty good. I've been getting my ass kicked at work, and then I've been coming home. Either I've been passing right out or waiting for you to start streaming. It's just we've been missing each other.
Yeah, I expected you yesterday because I was right in your time window, but you went to sleep.
Yeah, dude, this new jobs, man, it's fucking brutal. It's like I never know what I'm gonna kind of walk into work. Like, am I gonna be dead ass tired when I leave? Am I gonna be full of fucking energy? It's just it's not like it was before with my previous job where, you know, I just sat on my ass and watched people, and I was always I had so much fucking energy when I came home, you know.
When did you get a new job? I don't remember hearing about this.
Well, about what was it, about 5 months ago? No, 6 months ago now. I walked into work one day. I was like, you know what? I've been here 15 years. I'm kind of done with this. And pulled my supervisor aside, and I was like, I think I'm going to quit. I think I'm putting my 2 weeks in. And he looked at me. He's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just over it. I'm done. I'm done." And he looked at me. He didn't take me seriously. Then the next Friday, I came in. I was like, "I'm putting my 2 weeks in." He's like, "You sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure." And then later on that morning, when my plant manager came in, he's like, "Are you putting your 2 weeks in?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Are you serious?" Like, I had like 5 people, you know, because I was there for so long, and it was a smaller company, you know. It's a company of only 60 people, and I mean, with only 30 of those being like production employees, so it's a very like a tighter knit type of company, you know. And I put my 2 weeks in. And I said I'm done, and I just quit. Like I didn't take unemployment. I just fucking quit. And one of my buddies, 3 months later, actually suggested a production engineering job at a place where he worked at a steel manufacturing style plant. And then I sent in a resume, and they hired. It was $20K more than I was making before, and it's
Damn.
it is I can see the plant from my window versus I was commuting 30 minutes before. 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back, so it was an hour total. And with this place, it's
you can see your job now, and you got a huge raise out of it.
yeah, basically.
Nice.
However, the way the job was pitched to me was kind of not what I thought it was. However, I mean, I'll shoot out the number. I'm making like 80K basically right now. However, I am on salary, so I'm there all the fucking time.
Oh yeah.
So, it is what it is. I mean, it's a good union job, so I can't really complain. I mean, there are a lot of people out there struggling with, making $15 an hour or so. And to those guys, I say, man, keep up the good fight, man. You guys are fucking, I don't know how you guys do it, but yeah, man, I just fucking woke up one day. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. It was kind of like my Office Space moment,
Yeah.
But what made it a lot easier for me to quit was I have an ESOP. For those who don't know, it's company ownership program, and every year, stocks are divvied up between all the employees, and I had a large check waiting for me when I left, so it kind of made the leaving a little sweeter, if that makes sense.
No, I can see that. I can see that. It's a little nicer when you have a little nest egg there.
Yeah, definitely. So I took 2 months off and just played fucking video games, man.
Nice.
That's all I fucking did, dude. I played video games with my. I got a buddy in Finland. We played PUBG quite frequently. So that's what I did, like a fucking loser.
They're talking about chocolate in chat. And Jeremy said, "Don't eat like monkey." Yeah, it's probably best, but I'm telling you, man, the food I eat is really good. I have a knack for finding flavors that go together. It might sound weird, but I'm telling you. Did you guys see that Sarah Silverman revealed that she allowed Louis C.K. to masturbate in front of her?
Yeah, I did hear that.
And this made like huge headlines.
Yeah.
Wait,
are you feeling less relevant, Sarah? What the hell are you telling that story for now? Like way after the fucking peak of the drama.
Well, they've been friends for a long time, I believe, right? Maybe she's trying to kind of, I don't know, help his leadway back into comedy.
Here's what she says. I'm not making excuses for him. Please don't take this that way. But we are peers. We're equals. So, when we were kids and he asked if he could masturbate in front of me, sometimes I'd go, fuck yeah, I want to see that. That sounds like it was more than once.
Yeah, definitely.
Little
weird, but I don't think he did. He asked for permission. Wasn't the whole Me Too thing predicated on consent for the most part?
But he was a bigger name than they were, so he had some kind of control over them.
But they weren't nobodies. They were other comedians. Granted, they probably weren't headliners, but they weren't complete unknowns. I'm sure most of them were verified on Twitter.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I'm with you on that. The Louis C.K. thing for me, of all of these, is the one I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He literally asked for permission.
Literally
Asked for permission.
It wasn't like he was pulling broads out of the audience at a fucking comedy show and was like, hey, come back and watch me jerk off. He was doing it to other people. We can say colleagues at this point, can't we not?
Yeah, exactly. And the only one where there was no permission given is the woman said he was jacking off on the phone. I'm like, well, you didn't have to see it.
I mean, come on. Am I the only one waiting for like a new special to drop so we can hear him talk about it? I think his comeback is going to be fucking glorious, to be fair.
I think it will. I just don't know if anybody's going to be willing to put themselves out there for that, because he's already done 2 shows. I can't remember where they were. They were actually pretty big shows. And the first one, he got overwhelmingly positive response. The next one, they said that it wasn't as positive, but the blowback to the venues has been just ridiculous.
Yeah, the one he did, I know it was in Soho. It was I've actually been there. It's called the Comedy Store. He just showed up one day or one night and bumped another comedian, and I think he did a 45-minute set. Just showed the Comedy Cellar is a very small venue. It only seats like 200 people. It's a small little it's in a row house type shit in Soho. Midtown New York, for those who don't know.
So when you say blowback, like meaning people have been calling up the venue after the fact and saying, what the fuck you put this guy on for?
No, news stories about him. And you'll see in those news stories, like one tweet quoted, like, how could you do this?
Right. I hate the individual tweets picked that they stick in the middle of like written stories and stuff. Like, it's as valuable as just grabbing someone on the street and saying, and your opinion is, like, what the fuck? Anyway.
Toasted, I saw that picture. I actually retweeted it last night. That was from who did that one? Was that Jordan? Yeah, they turned me and Satsu into Dora and her monkey. What's his name? Boots.
Oh,
Fucking hate
I
that
saw
show.
Did you guys ever watch Jerry Seinfeld's show, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh man, it is really fucking good. But one episode, I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago, he had Louis C.K. on, and he was talking about how he beached his like fucking boat like in the Hudson.
Oh,
It's a great fucking story, you guys. If you haven't seen that, it's pretty cool. He picks them up in old vintage cars. It's kind of a slash between like a car show and two comedians sitting down and getting coffee and just bantering. And it's not like hour-long episodes either. They're very digestible, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, so you don't have to kind of, invest yourself in into an hour program. So I highly recommend that.
This just came across the Twitter machine from the New York Post. Sarah Silverman doesn't want to talk about Louis C.K. anymore. Why did you bring it up, Plot? You knew what was going to happen.
Oh, fuck. Did she think it was just going to be like a one-off statement? Like, would she say it originally in an interview or something like that? And then all of a sudden, this is all anyone wants to talk to her about?
I don't, Jesus Christ. She says, I get the outrage. I'm not in the business of telling people how to feel. People are really triggered by fucked up shit. He's my brother. I love him and I can understand. Try to understand him. I think I'm too close to see the big picture, so I feel like I'm not the one to really shed any light on this. Sweetie,
So
you
Sarah
came out and
ain't
said
woke.
you fuck off. You thought this was gonna go better for you than it did, and you picked somebody who was like it. For some reason, he was at like the epicenter of this. He was one of the first ones who got blasted for this bullshit. So fuck off.
Yeah, that was a weird angle because I don't see any way that could have been a net positive for her.
No.
Especially because she's one of those broads like entrenched into that whole kind of Twitter outrage, Me Too kind of
Yeah, she
aura.
is.
She's
So-
the one who freaked out because she saw the what are they called? Survey marks on the ground and thought they were swastikas.
Yeah. Well, she is a Jew.
She's a moron.
God, I wish I had Sinatra's fucking echo button.
For saying Jew?
100%.
Oh yeah. Nuts, I love you. She's out there pimping me out. Yeah, guys, if you'd like to support the channel, you can hit the super chat button or donate to Streamlabs because they don't take any of the money and I can get it like almost immediately. So
Do you have a PayPal thing where people
I
can just
don't
directly
have my
donate?
PayPal linked up there. I gotta set up a business account to do that because I had it there for a minute and then turns out I doxed myself and like, oops. Luckily, the person who found that was nice enough to point it out to me instead of doing anything nefarious with it.
There you go. That's a good fan right there.
Yeah, that was Cryptic. Cryptic's a great guy.
Oh man, that dude's the best. I see him everywhere, man. Just fucking supporting all these content creators.
Yeah, he does. He's
Good dude. Good dude.
Aw. Stargazer's like, nobody listens. He just said, show Monkey some love, hit the like. And it's like, I already hit the like.
hit that like button, guys. How many likes do we have right now?
79.
79. There's 150 people watching. Y'all are gonna make me cry.
How's everybody's morning going? I mean, I know it's 1:30 in the afternoon here on the East Coast, but how's
Shit, dude, it's
everybody's
still my morning.
Yeah, I know.
My medicine is making my face a little numb, but otherwise, I'm having a decent day because I actually got some sleep last night, man.
Oh, good shit. Good shit.
Polly
Ugh.
hasn't slept yet.
No.
You haven't slept yet.
I suffer from chronic insomnia, unfortunately. But I'm actually starting to begin to wind down. So I'm going to get off in a couple of minutes here.
Have you tried weed? Jeez.
Have I tried weed?
Yeah,
I've smoked weed before in my life, but nah, it turns me into a space cadet. I feel just too fucked up for days and days afterwards, like foggy headed. You know what I mean?
I don't mean get totally fucking annihilated, but take like a half a hit. That's what when I can't sleep, man, I got my stash of weed. I'll take like a half little, puts me right out every time. I don't know, just a suggestion, man. Chronic insomnia. I remember having that in my 20s, dude. And it was fucking brutal, man.
Yeah,
Brutal.
it's
Have you got to the point where you start hallucinating?
Me or Paulie?
You, or either of you?
No, but it did feel like the opening scene from Fight Club, where he talks about everything feels like a copy of a copy, and you
Oh,
kind of
dude,
just
that's amazing. You focused in on that. Yeah, that struck me as going, dude, this Chuck Palahniuk. It's like clearly this guy suffered from insomnia because he describes it so well, where everything feels like you just feel extremely distant from everything. Like everyone's
absolutely.
talking to you from across a chasm. You can understand everything, but it's just everything seems less real, less vibrant somehow. It's weird.
Yeah, it's like playing a third person game where you just feel like someone else is kind of controlling you in a way, or just laying on a couch with like this stupid fucking look on your face watching infomercials.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but you ever just fucking find yourself watching? You're like balls deep into a fucking vacuum cleaner commercial. You're like, why am I watching this?
I used to love infomercials, man.
Oh, so did I, man. They're great. Fucking back before
Back in
like
the day when they would actually do like a big production and shit.
Mhm.
What was it? Secret Discoveries? Is that what the name of it was?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember with Mike, and he had that fucking sweater.
I don't know, man,
Yeah.
but the best part about fucking infomercials, you know, is gonna be fucking exciting when they were filming like outside because you know something's about to get run over.
Yes. Or set on fire because they
Or
did that with the cars.
Some guy shows up with like in a full fucking fire retardant suit. You know, it's gonna be a good time.
Old grouchy gamer says you want to hallucinate, get good acid. No, when they were first trying to figure out pain medicines for me, and this stuff at least lets me sleep at least 4 hours a night. But there was times, I mean, I was basically awake for a week. I'd get a little bit here and there, and yeah, I would fucking hallucinate. I saw people walking around me, all kinds of weird shit.
Really?
It's not fun. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was bad.
The only hallucinations of that sort that I've ever had off of like medication for different things is like paranoid, like someone's watching me through that window. I never saw a figure or anything, but I just felt it. You know what I mean? And that still counts, but that's as farthest I've ever gone into hallucinations.
No, it got bad, man.
Wow.
If you go back and listen to some of the streams from around then, you can hear it in me. I'm not there. I'm just not fucking there.
I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this, but back when I was 14, the only time I've ever hallucinated was I ended up hanging around this fucking, remember that kid when you were like 13, 14 who was like, he just quit school. He was like 20, but he was hanging out with like that kid. Somehow I ended up huffing paint thinner by a river with this guy. I don't know why. You dip a cloth and paint thinner, put it in a bag and huff it real quick, and you get, you start hallucinating and shit.
Never done it, but I've seen it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that might be why I'm a little the way I am today. However, we were sitting by the river and the fucking I had a vision of like the river washing over me.
Oh,
that was the only time I ever fucking hallucinated in my entire. And I've done mushrooms, all right, quite frequently when I was a kid. But that shit was fucking terrifying, boy. Don't huff paint there. It's not a good time.
Yeah.
The more you know, the more you know.
And with that, guys, I think I am actually going to wrap this one up. And I'm sorry, Goot, because you just got here. We'll have to. I'm sorry. I need to eat.
I'm not yelling, man. Do you, man?
I'm diabetic, so I just one hot dog early in the morning doesn't quite cut it. Monkey is a video monkey. Hey, these are videos, guys. People make a video. I know. I need to get one done. But chat, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for the donations and hanging out with us every day, because there's other things you could be doing with your time, and I appreciate that you're hanging out with us. Bear, thank you. And Polly Gutenberg, thank you guys so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
And guys, we'll see you next time.
See you later, everyone.
Bye, chat.